Other
Yeah.
than that, anything else I need to remember to look at before we start? Because I'm going to forget stuff.
Brings up.
I don't think so. I think everything else looked fine in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you guys want, I also have
Actually,
not
wait,
only copies of. Oh, go ahead.
Did your race give you only common, or did it give you common and one other language?
I don't believe that.
Yeah, you should
Minotaur
have.
gave me
Yeah, it's
special, I
common,
remember.
common and one other language, and then Druidic I think you get just from the Druid class.
Correct.
And then you're getting Gobi from your background, so you can actually get one extra language of your choice.
I really don't need an extra language, though. That's the main thing.
Okay. You don't have to take it.
One of the things mentioned, I think, in Xanathar's...
I guess, you know what, I'm going to just add Eret as a fourth language that I probably would instinctively know for being an Eret.
Like guttural, like noises that just come naturally to you. Yeah.
That's fine.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like how a bird chirping doesn't have to learn being a bird. All right, final answer that.
All right. Oh, here, you're supposed to split them with a semicolon. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah, I know, I'm dumb.
He's got it. He's got it. All right.
Anything else I'm forgetting, though? I got all my things.
But you'll just have to pick an instrument or a gaming set. But that's probably not very dire. Otherwise, we should be good to go.
Give me a Gobi drum.
A Gobi drum? Okay. You can put that down in your tools. Tool proficiencies.
Wait, tool proficiencies?
Yeah.
I'm proficient with a goddamn drum. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so when you try to impress
put it
people
as
with your
regular
music,
drum.
you roll an extra too. Like that's an actual
really?
thing. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Sure.
I really hope that doesn't come up. Hey, I'm gonna start playing drum for you. Hope you like it. And here's Wonderwall.
That's a mechanic, homie.
Amazing. All right, let's get started. Let me see who's gonna do our recap today.
Not it. I did it twice in a row. I'm pretty sure.
Did you? I did the last one like that.
You did last one?
No, he did. He did it.
I did one of them. Maybe it wasn't last time.
No, you didn't. No, Dragon did it last time.
He did it last time?
No, Danny did it last time. I did it the time before, I thought. Or maybe I did the second set. Wait.
I don't know.
This is our fourth session, so we've only had 2 recaps. Yeah, so I did one and Danny did one.
I can do the recap if it's that big a deal, boys.
Well, we've got to at least see what who the die chooses.
All right, I'll roll the die.
It's chosen Shab.
Classic. Well, I guess I have to go, guys.
Now he has to do it. There's no choice.
It's now an obligation.
So I believe last session began right where the chair combat session ended, correct? So that last session we were starting off with chair combat. We smashed the shit out of some chairs and evaluated the wood quality, I believe, to see if it was of the same properties of the trees that were slapping the shit out of us on the way in. Turns out they weren't, I believe. But I think we still pocketed one of the legs anyways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're like, we'll figure it out. And then we went through the house and we found a secret wall in what I would imagine was the kitchen. It kind of looked like a kitchen flooring on the map. I'm not sure if that was intended. But Darmo came out and kind of recognized it, and we all kind of put our hands in the wall trying to figure out what's going on. And my character followed it to the railing to an opening, which we followed down into a underground crypt ritual room. Hard to tell with the information we have at this point. We examined the what looked like summoning circle in the center of the room, bashed up a couple of the evil statues, hoping that was conducive to disrupting kind of rituals in that area. In the process of making all this noise, this very creepy pale figure came crawling over the roof into our line of sight, to which we began attacking. and I believe successfully killed. I'm not sure if he's dead, but he's dead to us. And we don't know if that was the dude we were looking for because he was the first guy who fucking saw.
He immediately killed
True.
everything around us that was moved.
Question. I think we ended off with August asking to search through the body, and I was like,
Yes.
hang on, let's do that next week.
You told me to wait. Yes.
Yeah.
But I have something for you now.
Also, by the way, we didn't verify if by smashing the statues and pouring water on the thing that we didn't summon him. So, that's always a possibility.
I mean, summon magically or summon him from around the corner?
Because we were making a fuckload of noise. Yeah, I think that's
because
more
you were making
likely.
a bunch of noise.
I think that's
one
more
of them.
likely. Certainly
Probably
one of these things.
One of those.
No doubt.
So you have a look at his body. He doesn't really carry much stuff on him, but he does have a journal of some sort that you pick up. It looks very, very
Am I able to
old
read
and
it?
dusty. Oh, good question. What language would it be written in?
Do I understand Vampyric?
I guess the question for me is, would he write it in Vampyric?
He writes it in just straight German.
You know what? He probably would write it in Vampyric, come to think of it. So you can't read it.
Okay. I will hand it to Zephylos and let him know that I found it on his body and that I am unable to read it.
Actually,
Yeah.
he might. Hang on. He might write it in Infernal.
Well, he was reading a book in Infernal, so he at least knows it.
Yeah, he would write it in Infernal. I changed my mind. Yep.
But
I still
read
can't
it
read
in
it.
Infernal, so.
Did you
You
ever
can-
add the feat, Zayd? The feat I
The
took?
feet.
Yeah, because it wasn't on the
Feet.
it's a PHB feat. But it's
Oh,
not
what
on
feat
the
did you
thing.
take?
Shield Master.
Shield Master. I
Yes,
don't
sir.
think so.
I heard Chill Master.
Shield Master?
No, like you're the master of chill.
The Shield Master?
Chilled
Shield
Master.
No, Shield Master, Zayd.
No, I don't think I did.
Alright. I can have
ready.
it. I mean,
We're gonna add
Let
it to
me
your
let me just
sheet
reiterate.
right now.
Cool.
Let me just reiterate because I'm seeing a spike right now. If it gets too bad to where you can't understand me, let me know.
Okay.
You sound really handsome today, August.
Oh no,
I
we've lost him.
promise I'm not, but I appreciate it.
Well, you sounded, very deceptive, if that's the case.
You have a voice for
Okay,
radio. As my
let me
mom
grab
would
my
say.
split and I'll
You
go
have
inside.
a face for
Oh.
radio, I think.
It's
is the
face
phrase.
for
Yeah.
radio is a saying.
The voice.
I
hell
guess
yeah.
voice for
want-
radio is the nicer.
That'd be the
saying.
nice one, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
why
let
my
me-
mom says
let me
it.
grab the
What do you
tablet
think my
and
mom
head
would say to
inside.
me?
All right.
His mom's super nice. I don't know what you guys were thinking.
Yeah, give me less than 5 minutes to grab it.
All right, you got
And
4
go
minutes and 59
inside.
seconds.
Just so that we don't have.
All right, no worries. All right, Khan is now a shield master. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
I like how the initials on the Draynor Manor map is Dad's.
Yeah, day after drinking
Huh?
shit.
Yeah.
Dads.
That's what dad stands
Dads.
for.
Yeah, if you look at the dots on like the map tab, it's DADSS. Dad's.
Oh. Oh, those
That's us.
initials. Yeah.
We're dads.
Dads.
Team dads over here, boy.
I didn't want to pronounce the whole thing because I do have a lisp. And once I get started on it, it doesn't stop.
Anything else that you guys want to do that's not super consequential while we're waiting?
I want to win the campaign.
Yeah,
I
can we do that?
I don't know if it's possible.
Takes about a year.
But
Is that a thing we can swing?
yeah, roll to win campaign.
If
Roll-
I get 3 nat 20s in a row right now,
Can I buy bonds for this campaign?
No.
Okay.
You can donate though, and I'll just take your money.
Okay. Fair enough.
True. Can I finish can I restart the detect magic ritual to see what's going on with the circle?
Mm-hmm. We'll just say that it passed your 10 minutes.
We can wait the whole 10 minutes if you want to.
Yeah. Every time someone casts a spell, we have to actually wait the casting time.
Welcome to our actual time D&D campaign.
Real time.
I'm taking a long rest. The stream will go for another 8 hours.
12-hour stream. We're just all going to bed.
Please donate so we don't take a short rest and waste an hour.
Zayd's camera is still running, but the lights are like dimmed in the room, like he's just in a different room. People want realism, Zayd. That's why.
Wouldn't be the first time somebody did a long rest stream.
Oh, that's actually good.
Because people do streams where they just sleep.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Kind of wild.
You almost said scene, didn't you?
I mean, I actually did. I got rated 2-1, and everyone was like, "What the hell is this?"
See, but have you seen the shrimp stream?
Is that like the fish tank one?
Yeah, there's a stream I think it's called Shrimps 247, and it's just a non-stop stream of somebody's shrimps.
You love to hear it.
In a fish tank.
You really do love to hear it.
The plural of shrimp is shrimp.
If you send shrimp emojis in that channel, they'll ban you.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because the pink ones are cooked.
Like the cooked shrimp emojis, I mean.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable, I think, at that point.
I guess you can't say that I'm in a mood for a shrimp gumbo.
Yeah, if you say anything that has to do with eating shrimp, they just ban you.
Oof.
It's pretty funny.
We should at one point see like how like removed from eating a shrimp, but like close enough we can get without the ban. Like, guys, I've decided to be a pescatarian.
I am sorry, I can't support that.
Yeah,
legally,
that's
as the resident berry eater, I can't support pescatarians.
But they're the first food you get in RuneScape.
Yeah, and I dropped them straight on the ground.
Yeah. First food that you burn in RuneScape.
Not if you eat the net. Got them.
Huh?
Well, don't forget too. You don't have to burn them. There is a chance to not burn them.
That's true. There's a chance to not burn them.
That's
also,
how you determine...
R3 has explicitly stated that if you don't burn it, you're gonna burn it.
Was I the only one on my first RuneScape account that spent all the time on Tutorial Island getting everything to level 5 before it didn't get XP anymore?
Oh my god, yes. I
think I did that with at least 1 or 2 of the skills, yeah.
Yeah, I did that with every skill.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I cut logs for like
first
half an hour before I realized.
Think about it. The bronze, the copper and tin ore, the anvil, and the smelter are all right there.
Tonks, it's efficiency, right?
Yep.
It's the highest efficiency mining
Where else am I
going to
find a grouping of rats
in
like
the
that?
whole game?
With 3 ammunition to shoot.
By the way, I am very ready to go.
Oh, we're ready? Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I've been ready. We're just talking about...
Zephylos, you finished casting your detect magic.
Yeah, it's been 10 minutes now, I think.
It might actually have been. And you... Let's see, do you detect any magic in this room? You don't detect any magic in this room. It would seem that the symbol painted on the ground is purely for aesthetic purposes.
What a day.
Alright, I stand up and just kind of like kick some of the gravel onto the circle and says, "It's nothing important. Heraldry amongst design choices."
Oh, also you've been given the book by Dermo, who can't read it.
I'll pop it open.
Who can't read? Just leave it there.
Who can't read in general. No, that's Daishu who can't read.
He can read, he just can't,
canonically.
Can't write or speak, I think.
Oh, he can't write? Can you read?
I cannot read or write common.
Gotcha.
Oh, common.
And in
okay.
my tribe, we did not read or write. Period.
It's all verbal tradition.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fair.
so the journal is old and dusty. It's kind of like barely holding itself together. It's rather plain. It's not like decorated with anything nice. It's pretty boring looking. You open it up and it's got quite a number of entries in it. So I have a handout for this that you guys can read. I can also just read it for you guys if that's easier.
If you can give us all access to the handout, that's fine.
I will.
Yeah,
But
you can.
essentially, it is a journal recounting a portion of this vampire's life. He is called Count Draynor. And the entries go back to the early 4th Age until the present day. So let me give you guys observer access. Okay, so if you go to the Journal Entries tab, which is to the right.
The open book.
Yep. I see
Yeah,
it.
the
Count
open
Under
book
handouts.
icon.
What language is this in, DM?
It is written in Infernal, so
Okay, I could read it too.
almost everybody can read. Wait, does Daishu know Infernal? Oh no, he doesn't. Never mind.
I
Half
can't
of
Or
you
read
can
it
common, I
anyway.
think, are the only two languages he knows.
Half of you guys.
But that boy can speak the language of the tools. I'll tell you what.
Language of the tools.
You put any kind of tool in his hand, and he'll figure out how to use it.
But yeah, so the long and short of it, there's a few more details that you can read for yourself. The long and short of it is that this vampire describes there being a war between Mauritania and Misthalin in the 4th Age. He comes over this way to this location that you guys are at now, after being separated from his armies and whatever. He takes up residence in this manor. He then slowly kind of loses all of these like amazing magical powers that he once had over a couple of centuries, as well as the manor growing creepy and haunted and all these weird magic things happening to it. And then there's the formation of the nearby village in the 5th Age.
Is there any mention of the trees in there about like maybe that's something he was saying with the weird stuff around the manor?
Yeah, the hollow trees are
that
mentioned.
is one of the things that's mentioned in
paragraph.
here. So
Yeah, I was skimming for it. I didn't
yeah,
see it.
in my summary here, I mentioned the trees and other foliage withered away in a great radius around the manor, leaving nothing but dead hollow trees. And I think later I might have mentioned. Did I mention that the trees become animated as well? Yeah, closer to the
Animated
manor,
objects,
trees and
yeah.
objects in the manor, and on
Yeah,
its grounds begin to move by their own will.
Whack.
So yeah, this is.
I have a question.
If you have
pertaining
more
to this
specific
information.
questions about it, and you guys spend some amount of in-game time reading, I can tell you. But this is just a summary.
Yeah, I have a pretty generic question, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So you said he was separated from his armies, but was he ever separated from his
Or his
leggies?
leggies? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, continue.
Someone had to say it.
Do you
Yes,
know
I
where?
waited.
Does it say in the journal where Count Draynor kept his armies though? Because he says he's in Draynor. Did he keep them in his sleeveys?
He kept him up his sleeves. Yeah, I knew. I know
No,
that
but actually,
one.
it's not a terrible idea.
I think we got them all out of the system.
But no. Besides that, actually, though, like, does it mention anything about the army since then, or anything like that?
He
It says
mentions that
Lawerno
he
on
was
there.
separated from them, and
They
then
were in Mauritania, is what it
I
says.
forget.
Okay.
Exactly. Hang on.
Now, question.
Yeah, okay, so he became separated from them and then was denied access back into Mauritania, which they later ended up being in or going back to.
Yo, he got
And so
deported?
then he is stuck here.
He got deported.
More like he overstayed.
Yeah, he
Oh,
came
he was
over
on the
here.
visa.
He
Okay.
came over here on a visitor visa, and then he
Mhm.
just
Green
can't get
card.
back.
And
You
now
know, if you get
he can't
trouble
cross
while
the
you're on
border.
visa, you can get it revoked, so maybe he got in trouble.
It's like that Tom Hanks movie where he's stuck at the airport.
Terminal.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
No. I go America? No, Draynor, you don't. You don't go America.
I don't know what movie this is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Pretty much.
It sounds like a movie premise that Tom Hanks would
I'm
be
sure
in.
someone in the comments
movie.
knows what
It's a
you
good
guys
movie.
are talking about.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden
Hey,
they
you know
started
what? Let's just not
putting.
do this D&D. Let's just watch some Tom Hanks movies.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's just talk to Tom Hanks.
I feel like a couple years ago they just started making Tom Hanks be like the actor for characters that are like the pilot of a ship or a boat in like every movie that he
just gets
does.
to be in charge.
Ryan was
There was one where he was a World War II boat captain.
Greyhound.
Greyhound, yeah, and then there was the one about the guy who landed a plane in the Hudson River. So
that was a good movie too. I mean, he's got the character for it, right? Middle-aged white man.
He's just like the pilot of everything now.
Look at me,
He
I
drives
am the only
everything.
character now.
I'm the only driver now.
We are not staying on topic today.
Yeah, we are definitely monkey.
All right, back to the game.
Refocus. Yeah. So I read it, and I say to the others, I'm like, this makes a painful amount of sense, but based on what I'm reading here, he's been the one abducting, without a question, the villagers. He's been using them as food to feed his diminishing and mockery of the life he once had.
There's no way the first guy we fight when we come here is the guy, bro.
Yeah, I'm a little incredulous as well.
I point down at the corpse and I say, it's a vampire. It says here in his own journal.
Right. But how many vampires could there be in this household?
That is a good point. We should probably check the whole place.
Even if he was the main vampire, maybe he was feeding another army.
Yes. Or he has babies.
He would have. He would probably have mentioned that he was alone for at least the couple hundred of years.
That doesn't mean that.
Sorry, the past couple hundred years.
That doesn't mean he hasn't started. Well, when was the last passage
look at the
in
most
this diary?
Yeah, I look at the most recent entry. What's it about?
The entries grew more sparse in the last 100 or 200 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's plenty of time to raise an army.
But most of the most recent entries talk about like him taking advantage of the stupid humans that live in the village.
Idiots.
And complaining about his how weak he is.
Well, that's
the
fair.
duality of man, complaining about weak humans, but also complaining about how weak you are. This guy lifts.
You know, that's me every day when I go to the gym.
Mental gymnastics.
So we're pretty sure, based on what we're reading, that we got the guy. We're pretty much, George Bush right now. And what?
Oh, what was the other thing I was going to say?
We got him.
Yeah.
Before, like a few hundred years ago, so before this later sort of final period of the journal entries, he would have also mentioned that he had created some vampires out of some of the humans, but eventually he couldn't do it anymore.
Does it mention
none of them
how
are left.
long ago that was? Like, do we have an approximate time period?
Probably they would all be gone by maybe 300 years ago, which would have been pre-Fifth Age.
Okay, so this is not recent at all. This is
No.
pretty ancient. So we're assuming that they'd be gone by now, or else we probably would have noticed more issues.
That is what the journal says.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you guys see any reason to continue staying or searching deeper, or do you think this is enough information?
I bring up the point of we don't know what his feeding habits look like. He eats once in a few weeks, correct?
Yep.
So he might be keeping alive people here.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to
the
also
kidnappings
find...
were once a week and he feeds every couple of weeks. There might be a storage of humans down here.
Right, yeah, it's not a bad idea. We said we'd try and save as many people as possible.
And we know that there's that one earnest guy who's missing. So
that is a complete side quest I forgot we had accepted.
yeah, because he
Don't
went
forget
missing
about
last
Ernest.
night. So at least let's confirm he's dead. If not, find him.
She was like, "Find my boyfriend," and we're like, "Yeah, we'll bust down the back door."
Okay.
She heard us breaking in and was like, "Oh,
just
God.
Break and enter. Oh, I don't even know who you are, lady, and you're gonna make me do a felony, right? All right, here I go committing crimes.
Feel free to
Take your
move
word
about.
I'm gonna go back to that door I was checking out. I'll tell Zephylos what I was finding while he was studying the circle. I'll say, while I was doing recon, I found a door up here. It might have been where this Draynor character came from. And I'll like point to this door.
There is indeed a door over here.
Is it locked?
No.
No.
It is not locked. You creak it open, this
Peek,
crappy wooden door, and you peek inside. Let's see, can we make it so you can actually see stuff? Hang on. Who's got the light?
I do.
There you go. So, you peek inside. There's a couple of rotting old wooden coffins, an empty table, and you notice hanging from the ceiling there's a large group of bats. And as you peek inside with the light shining, 2 or 3 of them kind of like shake their heads a little bit. They're hanging from the ceiling. They shake their heads a little bit in surprise, and they start making these agitated squeaking noises.
Like, are they turning their heads in like a fashion a bat would turn their head, or is it?
It's like they're shaking their head like they're startled or annoyed.
Okay.
Here, I'll step out of the way then, and let the people with dark vision do this. Assuming we're not getting jumped by bats immediately.
I have dark vision, but I am going to kind of turn to Zephylos and tell him what I saw, obviously, because I was standing in the doorway, and I'm going to see what his best plan of action is, because I've never dealt with a swarm of bats before.
I mean, as long as you stay quiet, perhaps you can go in there with those, with your ability to see in the dark that you've expressed, and see if there's anything interesting in there. And if they attack you anyways, despite the light source, just die loudly so we know to come in and blast them.
Hey, Dragon, is there a way you can kick?
Look when he says die loudly.
Sorry, what, August?
Are you able to kick the August from the game thing so I can try and reconnect?
Oh,
yeah, it disconnected me, but it's asking me to sign in, but it won't let me. Sorry.
I think so. Let's try this. Kick player.
Boop. Watch, it completely banned me.
August has there was a separate ban option. August has been kicked from the game.
IP ban.
IP ban. I'm gonna move your guy.
I'm gonna take a step inside the room. Does anything happen with the bats?
I'm gonna continue joining while I continue playing.
Okay. As you step a little bit closer, they more of them begin to wake up, and they start to let out these more forceful shrieks and hisses at you.
I'm gonna look back at Daishu and give him like a hithering gesture with my arms, but quietly. Yeah.
How many do we see? How many bats?
It's a tightly packed sort of swarm of them, like 10 or 15.
That's a lot.
I mean, they're just regular bats.
But they are regular-sized bats.
Regular-sized bats.
That's more than 0.
And they're on the roof, correct?
They're hanging from the ceiling, yeah.
Not a lot
how tall is this ceiling that we're in?
8 feet.
What's this table thing here that I'm looking at?
It's empty.
Is there anything here that doesn't look empty?
Good question. Some of the coffins are closed.
Which ones are not closed?
The ones that appear to not be closed.
The ones near the door, can I look inside and see what's in them?
That one is empty, the one that you're standing by, and then that one has a skeleton in it.
Can I approach the skeleton?
Yeah.
There's a wall here, technically.
I meant this one, but yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay, sorry. Can I look at the skeleton? Does he have anything on him that would, or her, that would signify any kind of what they were before they were buried or dead? Commoner, clothing,
make
jewelry,
a
tools?
investigation check for me, maybe.
Sure.
Maybe.
I don't know if you want to, you know.
That is a natural 5, brother.
There's not too much interesting about it. There's like some old, rotted pieces of cloth in there that you assume used to be clothes that it was wearing.
No necklace or jewelry on the bones of the fingers.
Jewelry, no. No.
I'm gonna take one step here. Do the bats do anything crazy?
They're really, really shrieking at you now, and they're starting to take flight in the room.
All right, I'm gonna take a gander into the coffin here, see what I see, and then I'm gonna run out. What do I see when I looked in for just a second?
Another similar set of remains.
Okay, I'm gonna pop out, and I'm gonna literally close the door behind me. Daishu, I'm assuming, is not inside still. He's kind of in the doorway, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna go report to Zephylos. I'm gonna say, the bats are easily agitated, it seems.
You can hear them flying around in the room through the door now, flapping about and shrieking.
I did a investigation of the open coffins, and what I saw looked like commoners dead and buried in coffins. I'm not sure what this signifies.
Last meals, maybe?
Possibly, but why go through the trouble of putting them in coffins if they're just a food?
I mean, he doesn't give out much. Perhaps it's just disposal.
What should we do? I don't want to go back in there.
We could not go back in there.
Let's keep going then. And I'm going to gander around this corner.
Shab, are you selecting the owl and moving it with you as you move? Like
Yeah,
5 spaces away from Kyle?
Yeah, it might also be selected. Sorry. I didn't know how that... Maybe that happened when I was... I don't know how that happened, honestly. It's too
I
far
have no clue.
for me to click, yeah. It wasn't intentional. Your owl belongs to me now, Zephyros.
I have it selected too, and now moving it moves Zephylos a million miles away too.
Wait, what?
How do I unselect?
Drag left and right with your cursor. That will deselect just as long as it's not
just like drag a selection box over nothing to deselect.
Yeah.
There is
move your owl to like here, and then you could select them both, and then he'll stay that close.
There is a setting that defaults to off because there's a setting that defaults to off where you can just, I think it's left or right click anywhere else, and it will unselect.
Wait, how do you do that? Because that's way easier.
It's in one of the settings. I don't remember exactly where. I think it's in core settings. Yeah, left click to release objects. Like
left click to release objects. I have that enabled. Left click on an empty canvas space.
I don't have that. Where do I go for that?
Oh, is that per user?
Configure settings, and then
core settings tab in there. It's the first tab.
A left click to release objects. That's it. That's
what
is that must be a per user setting then?
It is, yeah.
I might want to all go turn that on.
DM, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
These are torches on the wall, yes?
Mm-hmm.
None of them are lit?
No.
Can I go ahead and touch the one in front of me and see if it's damp with oil, like a torch would be?
It's dry.
I'm gonna pour a little bit of oil on it from my own flask.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna light it with a tinderbox.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Zephylos. I'm gonna say, there may be a reason he prefers the dark. If more of them attempt to attack us, we can lure them to the light. Maybe it will play in our advantage.
There's something in the distance. I can't quite make it out in the darkness.
I'm gonna come up to where he's at after lighting that. What do you? I don't see it. What do you see, brother?
Maybe stains? I have to get closer.
I'll stay close to him in case something pops off. I'm imagining Dermo's staying on the tail. He's just not here right now.
Yeah, I am.
He'd probably be like 10, 15 behind it. Oh, that's a lot of tail cells?
Hey, Shab, can you stream your screen again just so I have a visual? Because it's not loading right this second.
1 minute to not dox myself.
Oh,
in this hallway, there are some bloodstains on the floor, as well as what appear to be several small and cramped little cells.
I'm gonna gander
with barred
into the
doors.
cells as we walk by, like right here. Do any of them seem to have people in them? We're looking for people, after all.
Yeah, most. Actually, hang on. Some of them have what looks like human remains in them. None of them have living people in them, but there is one that has a sheep over here.
A living sheep?
It is lying on the ground, but it looks like it's breathing. Its eyes are open and kind of like distant.
I'm gonna shout out to Dermo. I'm gonna say, Shaman, over here, come speak to this sheep.
Wait, there's a sheep in there. Yeah, I will immediately run over there, excited.
He's done it before. I mean, I understand he talks to at least sheep now.
Okay.
Wait. Do I have one more spell slot available tonight?
It looks like you're out.
If I'm out, then I can't. Maybe I could. Well, I'll also walk over. Either way, I'll walk over there. Do I notice anything interesting about like just looking it over?
Taking a quick look at it, it looks like
Comparing it specifically to the last ones we saw, of course.
It looks like it's in kind of bad shape. It's lying on the ground, like I said, with his eyes open, kind of dazed. Sort of. There's a significant amount of blood on the floor of the cell, which doesn't look like it's particularly old. Also, it's there's a good amount of blood soaked into its wool, especially around the neck.
I'm gonna light the torch right next to him so he's got better vision, because I know he said he couldn't see in the dark. I'm gonna use a little more oil. You tell me how much uses a vial, how many torches use a vial, and I'll...
How big is a vial?
Vial will refill my lantern.
I don't know, maybe 5 torches.
Yeah, I'm not trying to light these things for eternity. I just want to get enough while we're here to keep the light lit.
Oh, if it's just a few minutes worth, then maybe 10.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be super.
We'll light while he's trying to talk
super
to the
strict
sheep.
about it.
The sheep's scared because he's in the dark. I don't know, so I'm gonna put a little light there and go back to talking to Daishu about what's going on.
You didn't know that sheep have dark vision?
Not that seeing Dermo's gonna make him less scared, you know, like being in the dark for so long that you see a sleep paralysis demon open at the edge of the cage.
You mean a sheep paralysis
demon? Oh,
shit!
Wow. Dragon's Aid counterspell adept here. Look at that.
When your charisma's higher than 10. Not really.
Imagine having high charisma. Couldn't be charisma casting paladin.
Oh, is there a... Oh, did I forget to add a door somewhere? Hang on. I forgot to add a door.
It's cool. You only had 3 months.
Wait. Is there a door here? Oh, there is. Okay, never mind. I was just on the
there's a door right there.
There's a door here.
Oh, down there?
Yep.
Yeah, and then up... This is like a portcullis or a gate over here?
Yeah, it's that, and not a place where I forgot to add a door.
Classic.
That's a gate, yeah. It's an archway. Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. How do I do that ping that you guys do?
Hold left click.
Does?
Oh.
Yeah. I think I don't remember if players can do it too, but if you hold shift and then do it, it moves the screen.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, players can do it too.
Wow. Huh. That's so much power in my hands.
Mm-hmm. You guys can single-handedly move the stream screen to somewhere completely useless all the time by doing that.
Does the blood on the ground seem to look the same as we get closer to this archway?
The same as what?
Old, stale, dry blood. Or whatever it is if it's not.
Yeah, that stuff looks like it's pretty old. It's kind of brownish.
All right. I'll be watching the ground kind of to see as we get closer if the blood changes as well. Just kind of looking down as I see different patches of blood. See if it looks like more fresh to indicate maybe something fed here recently.
I mean, all of the individual markings that you can see so far look about as old as each other. They probably made it at the same time.
Gotcha. Just keeping that kind of mental note as I travel to see if they change then, if they're all constantly. I'm going to kind of peek in through this archway here. Oh, I guess Cephalus is going to go Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, sorry. It's kind of laggy. I'm trying to walk beside you. Is the idea?
We had a player that did that a lot last time. That was fun.
This looks like a nice little sacrificial
looks like
chamber.
you're supposed to fight
In here, there is a large open room with more demonic-looking statues. A square area that's risen up by a couple steps, and a large stone coffin. It's surrounded by many bloodstains and candles, and a couple of bones, particularly skulls, scattered around the coffin. And I have to silence my phone. There we go.
Can I use Divine Sense in here?
Yeah.
What will that tell me here?
What will that tell me? Oh, thank you. Presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like blah blah blah. Until the end of your turn, you know the location of any undead or whatever. And you know the type of it.
I would have been up here.
But not its identity. Within the same radius, you also detect place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated. Yeah, you can definitely tell by your fun paladin senses that this is a place of significant evil. You don't detect any creatures in the area, though. Does
it smell evil?
It smells very evil.
I can smell crime, guys. Like a bloodhound.
What's going on in front of the corner statues? Like, they got some weird, pretty ritualistic looking blood puddles, you know?
The corner statues. I don't know.
If like anything's happening, you know?
Why do I have these arrows?
There are puddles of dried blood around the statues. Yes.
Zephylos muses and says perhaps he was getting desperate with his loss of power and started turning to the occult.
Not touching the altar here, what do I see?
The coffin.
Oh, the coffin?
Yep.
Looks like a sacrifice table or something.
It's
closed?
Would it be closed? It's cracked open with a fairly large slit, actually.
I'm gonna try to push it off. I'm gonna ask Daishu to help me.
I will assist.
If this was cursed or something, it would have picked up on my divine sense that this was an evil thing, magical.
Possibly.
Possibly is what I would.
Yeah. All right.
Just enough to see what's going on.
Yeah, you can. It's like cracked open by like 6 inches or a foot already. So if you shone a light in there, you could probably already get a good peek.
I have dark vision. Can I just like peek in and see?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. What do I see while I look in the coffin?
It's mostly empty. There's a bit more blood. Couple candles. They're unlit.
Mm-hmm. They look like used candles or unused candles?
Partly used, yeah.
Nothing, I guess, of note there, unless...
There's a quill pen.
Does it look like a regular quill pen?
Yeah.
Probably what he's using to use his diary. I'll tell Daishu That I think this is where the vampire we just killed sleeps. It seems to be small candles and a writing utensil, maybe for the journal we found. I do not know.
This is quite extravagant bedroom.
I do not see a bed. I do not know if I'd call it a bedroom, brother. This is too much blood for a bedroom, I think.
Question.
Eh.
When I'm here checking out like the tables on like the walls of the room, I'm just doing essentially a general scoop. I'm looking to see if there's anything of interest on any of them.
Most of them are pretty clear. As like some meta information. If I have a map that has like a table with stuff on it, doesn't necessarily mean that that stuff is on the table. Especially if I didn't hand make the map myself.
It's not gonna stop from asking.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. This one, however, does have what appears to be another book of Zamorakian scripture on it.
I'm gonna pick it up and
each of them also has a 1 or 2 candles at least.
I'm gonna pick it up and kind of open it to a middle page or wherever there's writing and try to read some of it. What does it seem like it's telling me? Like, what kind of book is it?
It seems to be more Zamorakian preachings. Speaking of how chaos is the way to bring strength.
I'm gonna let it fall out of my hands like in
like
disgust. I'm gonna look at my brother and I'm gonna say, "It's the pig's writings again. Everywhere we turn, the Zamorak fouls up the world." I'm just gonna leave it on the ground and walk away from this altar.
Yeah. As he starts to walk away, I pull out my tinderbox and smile at him.
I give him kind of a menacing grin as I walk away and see him doing that.
Hold on.
What?
Hot air and smoke rises. We're in a basement.
Big basement?
This room has carpentry surrounding it.
I think that Zephylos is worried about the ventilation.
I'm saying starting a fire in an old, mostly wooden above us manor is
I mean, this looks stone, yeah? Is the roof above us stone or wood?
Good question.
Follow-up. Why is it whenever someone asks a good question and they get the answer good question, they don't have a good answer?
Got him.
Not all good questions have good answers.
Little human, I have a question.
We'll say that it's stone.
Yeah.
I'll pocket the book. I will burn later.
It will make good kindling for a fire tonight.
August, did you have a question?
Yeah. Well, in character.
Or Dermo, go ahead.
Wouldn't it be important to keep the book as proof of a job completed?
Wouldn't finding the body remains or the living people missing be proof of doing the job?
No, right, of course, but I mean, we should keep all of the evidence that we can to give to the people, besides burning it, of course.
Dermo brings up a good point. They might want not only results, but possibly a motive. Zamorakian preaching is certainly a motive.
Do you think they will offer us more of these GPs if we bring back these books? Is that what you were saying?
That is exactly what I'm thinking. That there might be increased reward the more that we put into this job.
I'll look at Daisha and I say, maybe we keep the books if it means we make more of the GPs.
Yeah, secretly, Zephylos thinks it necessarily won't bring in more money, but it'll secure the money they're promised, but he doesn't say that because he doesn't want to discourage the others.
So if
it's
show it to them and then burn it.
If they do not give us anything for it, burn it, brother.
Absolutely. We can hold on to it until we know what the outcome is, and then we can burn it.
I can't remember if I mentioned when you guys were over here. Some of the human remains that are in some of these cages look less bony and more fleshy.
Look fresher.
Fresher.
You didn't mention that? Can I go back to one of the cells that look a little fresh?
This one, we'll say.
Yeah, is it locked?
It's locked, yeah.
I'm gonna shout out, brother, I need your lock-picking abilities again.
I think yours were far more effective.
Yes, but the noise brought in the vampire before. Maybe it will do again. Let's stay quiet.
This is also a metal door.
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
With that one with the sheep in it, how far apart were the metal railings?
I don't know. 4 inches.
Enough for my hand to fit in, maybe, or?
Yeah, you could fit an arm.
Would I be able to try and get my arm as close to the sheep as possible? Like, how far off is it?
It's a pretty cramped cell, so yeah, you could probably reach and touch the sheep.
Alright, can I feel it breathing?
You could see it breathing.
Right. Can I try to like, you know, like touch its face and like try to show it I don't mean harm?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good cherry time.
Does it react?
What are
I don't
you
have any
attempting
more
to do? Just like comfort it?
Yeah, comfort it and try to you know, see if it's different, see if it's maybe a vampiric sheep or something.
Oh, true.
It's yeah, you reach in, you could definitely feel it breathing. It you know, it lifts and your hand lifts and falls against its chest
It's not a vampire,
as it
but
breathes. It seems to be kind of out of it, almost in a semi-conscious state. You would guess due to its physical condition.
Could I use my thumb to lift its lip to see if its teeth or anything have changed, or see if its physicality has changed at all?
You could make an animal handling check for that.
Nice.
Yeah, let me see.
Vampire sheep.
Vampire sheep. 5th party member incoming, boys.
You need to roll for me just this time because I'm still trying to get my stuff to work.
Sure. Animal handling. You have +3. 15.
Size is Banicula all over.
So it seems the sheep finds your touch somewhat comforting.
Okay.
It acknowledges your presence. Once you start touching its face, it doesn't turn its head, but it turns its eye, one of its eyes toward you.
Okay.
It's lying on its side. It turns one of its eyes toward you, and just kind of looks at you for a few seconds before looking straight ahead again.
And
as you begin to touch its face, you lift one of its lips and kind of look into its mouth a little bit. You don't notice anything unusual from what you would expect from a sheep.
And its eyes aren't a different color. They seem very sheep color.
No, they seem like the usual sort of hazel, I think, color that sheep eyes are.
Okay. Yeah. I will.
What's that you cut out right when you said I will?
Oh, I thought he was just leaving us in suspense.
Yeah, I was suspended.
Dramatic pause.
Please, August, tell us. I think he left the game. I think that's a DC.
Bummer.
I really wanted to know what he was going to do.
He'll come.
Yeah. No. I give it a gentle reminding pat, and go ahead and stand back up.
Okay.
And I will let the people know that I do not fear, or I guess I'll say to character, I do not fear transformation.
So it's just a regular sheep, pretty much, is what we gathered. Just distressed. To say that then we should release him too.
Absolutely.
So let's figure out how to unlock these doors. And I'll look over at Daishin and say, brother, what is your progress on this one door?
I will try to open the door with my thieves' tools.
Go ahead. Ooh. 17, yep. You pop that one open, about 15 seconds worth of jiggling those tools in lock.
I'm gonna point over at Dermo. I'm gonna say, "Brother, he needs help too." And I'm gonna come into this small little cell and look at this body. Can I see how long it's been dead, or if it's got anything on it that looks like commoner wear? I'm sure the clothes aren't rotting away like the skeletons.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me see. Oh man.
While they're investigating this, how strong do these gates look? Do they look newer, or do they look kind of worn from time?
They're significantly worn, a bit rusted, but like they're not completely. Like,
would I be able to give it my
with
all?
inferior iron? Is what he's saying.
Probably
right. Would I be able to
iron.
give it my all to the top of this device, or the top of this gate, and just try to just rip it off the hinges?
Sure, you could try.
Okay. Once my character sheet loads, I will do that because it's loading up now. But continue from there.
Yeah. What do I see on this body up here, DM?
I am trying to remember something. Trying to find it in my notes. Just a sec.
Remembers to remind the party that there's a body to investigate. Forgets all the notes he had on it. Classic DM play.
Oh no, I need to look at the other one. There it is. Do I have it in here? Okay, I'm just gonna hope that I remember it right. Okay, this body appears to be that of a, young to middle-aged man.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it recently died, maybe. You can investigate more further.
I would like to.
A medicine check.
I'd like to. Is the body in a condition where I could pull it from the cell without it falling apart? Is it decomposed? I'm going to try to pull it into the open here, and I'm going to try to call to Zephylos and to Dermo and Deshu and say, "This one looks fresher than the others. Could it be this Ernest we're looking for?"
We'll keep looking around, but if we can't find someone alive named Ernest, the only thing we can do is start bringing corpses back to be identified.
Is there any identifying jewelry or something on this guy that looks personal that I could grab for the time being?
He's got a driver's license. No, not that you can find.
A chariot's license?
Yeah,
he's
maybe
a class C unicorn chariot driver.
Must be a rare item because there's no horses in RuneScape.
Well, I said unicorn.
Oh yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, I'll take anything I can that's signifying in case we go back to that chick at that outside that's oh, that belonged to him. Then we know. And I'm gonna put this body back in the cell for the time being, because we know it was safe there.
Okay.
I don't know what's in here and who's down here and what the reason is for, really, minus eating them. But if Zamarok's involved and there's bodies, I don't like it, so I want to keep this body relatively safe. We'll come back for it, is my mindset. We know where it is, and then I'll try to have Deshu relock this if he can. Actually, do I have my own lock? Nah, it wouldn't work. It's part of the thing, right?
What's part of what thing?
The lock is part of the door. Or is it a freestanding lock?
We'll say that it uses a deadbolt style of lock, so it's not separate from the door and the frame.
All right, I'll try to re-deadbolt it then, so to speak, and then come over here to where the sheep is.
Alright, just go ahead and roll it for me, because I still can't get this thing to work.
What were we rolling now?
The strength check.
On the door?
Correct, yeah, the strength check on the iron gate with the steep in it.
I mean,
right.
I'm gonna see him struggling, and I'm gonna say, Treeborn, I think I might be able to open this door a little easier if you struggle. And I'm gonna like let him do his thing,
Well,
and I'll say that.
Yeah, let's see how terrible.
Yeah.
You want to try it by yourself first?
Yeah, I'll let him. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, everyone's gonna watch me struggle.
It's his sheep. It's his struggle.
All right.
Oh.
Hey,
strength
strong
check.
enough. Oh,
That's pretty good. Yeah, you have a tug at it, and I mean,
Just
it
right
is
there, everyone watching.
it is in
Have a
fact
tug at it while
still
everyone
like
watches.
an iron door. You managed to bend it a little bit though. After
I will go ahead
a
and
minute
turn
or
to.
two, and you're
good
getting a
luck
little
getting your
tired now.
deposit back, Dermo.
I'll go ahead and turn to him and gesture to go ahead and take a shot.
It opened though with it. He bent it, but he opened it. You said.
It's bent a little bit, not enough to like get inside though.
Are these like hinge pin doors with leverage you can open it?
Sure, Will Turner.
I mean, it's pretty common practice, I think. Like, if everyone
sure,
wants to
why
give
not?
it more credit than it's probably due. It's probably pretty common for breaking. Out.
Yeah, why not? These are half-pin barrel hinges.
Ignore this next thing that happens if it works, but just I'm gonna just see something. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. It's working for a minute, so
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
will
go up to
make
the
my
door,
own roll.
and I'm gonna like look at Dermo, and I'm gonna like kind of point at the hinges. And I'm gonna say, "Look, these hinges, simple leverage will open them." And then I'm gonna pull out my battering ram. And I'm gonna bash the door in.
Wait, you're just gonna bash it anyway?
Yep. Does that open it? I'm just gonna bash
Yeah,
it.
you smack the crap out of
And
this
I'm gonna
door.
say, just like that.
It takes a couple of hits, but it does eventually bend enough for you to kind of squeeze, or maybe not squeeze, but slide in and out of the cell.
And then I'll
Or
look at
probably
Dermo.
you would break the lock mechanism first. So
I'll-
you hit it enough to smash the lock, and you
Yeah,
can
I'll
swing it
bash
open
it.
freely.
I'll bash it, and then I'll look at Dermo. I'm gonna say, just like that, simple leverage. And I'm gonna point at the open door for him.
I will go ahead. Can I get my staff in there for leverage and try and like pry it open using the
It's
staff?
open, he said, yeah. It's open enough to get in there. For a sheep to come out, rather.
You broke the lock mechanism.
Yeah, so it should be able to
Could I
swing
stick
open.
my...
Yeah, you can swing open the bent door now.
Okay, cool. I will. I'm gonna go and comfort the sheep again, just in case the loud noise scared him.
Actually, yeah, it probably is a little
Startled.
bit frightened, but it's still lying on the ground. It's just kind of
Yeah, I'm
like
gonna comfort it
looking up at you,
gently.
and its eyes are kind of darting around a little bit.
Right, I'm gonna comfort it gently and try to pick it up. Once it seems like it's at that level where it would allow me to.
Let me make another
like when you have a
animal
dog and you pet
handling
its nose?
check. Because it's a little bit frightened now.
I can imagine. Okay.
It takes a minute or two of convincing. It kind of squirms a little bit when you try to pick it up. But eventually it calms down, and it allows you to hold it and pick it up.
Okay. I'm going to carry it gently in front of me, kind of like how you'd hold a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to continue petting the side of its face while like you would hold an animal or a baby. I'm going to cuddle it and gently stroke the side of its face while we walk.
Aw.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out a 3-pound blanket and hand it to Dermo.
Oh, easily. Okay, and I'll take it and wrap it, using it partially to clean it up, if there's any blood or anything, but also to, warm it up potentially.
Yeah,
You my blanket and you cover it with blood, and I'm gonna grab it back. I'm gonna grab it back.
It's getting some blood on the blanket
Yeah,
now.
I'm grabbing it back in frustration.
Oof.
I'm gonna look at Daisha. I'm gonna say, "This is why you can't trust anyone outside the tribe. I try once." I'm gonna walk off, kind of frustrated.
Nice.
Zephylos has been staring at this
bloody animal
door.
blanket, and you're mad they got blood on it.
Like Zephylos is standing to the side, watching all of them like struggle with it. Just kind of waiting.
So, just to verify, we checked all the things, right? We checked all the other ones. This is the only one with a living creature.
This was the only one worth checking out. You said, or whichever one it was.
So the sheep is the only living creature. There are other human remains. The one that Khan checked looked like it was the most recent one at a first glance. The others look like they've been dead for a little bit longer. The one,
did he get the one with the recently dead one open?
Yeah, he unlocked it, and then he looked at the body, and then he put it back in there.
Just to keep, we'll come back for it.
For safekeeping.
Yeah, I'm not gonna carry a body.
Walk over there?
You want to walk over there?
Could I walk over to it and like one hand grab it and put it on my shoulder?
Grab what? The body?
Yeah, the body.
If you want, sure.
Over my shoulder. Yeah.
You're gonna carry it and the sheep?
I would like to. Well,
okay.
The sheep is pretty small, I'm assuming, right? It's not huge. I would be double the size of a human, so I mean, it would still be relatively small.
Yeah, I guess you've turned robotic now. But I mean, a sheep is it's a pretty good size animal. You know, it's bigger than a dog.
Okay, so you think it'd be a two-handed thing?
Yeah, probably.
How many corpses do you think you're gonna carry? I guess is the question. Is what I would ask you.
Wait. Could I? Is there a way I could take the human and like not impale it, but you know, kind of use my quills as a form of holding
that's kind of
body on my shoulder?
How are you not gonna impale it? Explain.
That seems dangerous to you.
I want to hear him explain how he's gonna manage to not impale it, though.
I'm gonna impale it on my shoulder.
You're definitely gonna impale it, brother. 100%.
Oh.
I say, leave.
Can I do that? Can I do that?
You asking me?
Yes. Can I? Can I grab it and try and get it onto my shoulder, even if it means impalement?
Oh, God.
I mean, yes, you could carry it on your shoulder, but you couldn't carry it, like, with your quills, which is what I kind of thought you were insinuating at first.
Not with the quill. I'm using them so it doesn't slide off, because my hand is still going to be used to
you
cradle
can
the
carry
sheep.
things on your shoulder.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to slug it over my shoulder onto a quill to keep it in place.
Okay.
Does he pulverize the dead body?
Holding a baby sheep.
Does he look like he's wearing this dead body as a cloak right now, realistically?
No. The quills, they fold up so they point downwards, you know.
Okay.
I want it to, I want to be the scariest looking thing.
Yeah, you're doing it, my guy. Wearing dead human bodies on your back is terrifying. If that's what you're going for, you did it.
I'm wearing a human corpse while petting a baby sheep.
Yeah, that's a weird duality of druid there, I'll be honest.
Okay, I'm gonna just walk up and just like act like it's a totally normal day and just follow the boys.
Terrified. I'm mortified right now seeing what I just witnessed.
My guy needs to be closer. I'm falling behind. Let me close to you. I'm not that scary.
I'm going to try to stay away from Dermo for now. I'm terrified of this man using a dead body as backpack, essentially. That's like not what you do with dead bodies where I come from. It's very, very not okay.
All right, I'm going to just point at the left side door over there, or I guess my left side door, and ask if we've searched that room before.
This one right here that we're in front of?
We just opened the door.
No, not the one we're in front of, because I see that you guys are going towards that. I'm going to ask.
Yeah, the other one is where the altar or the coffin was.
Yeah, we just came from.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you might not have seen it because you were having an internet issue.
Right, I was over there with the sheep thing.
The room
All right.
got dark.
Yeah, it did get dark for a second.
Oh, because I walked into another room.
Oh. Zephylos the only one that's carrying light.
Well, I have dark vision, but I don't know if that helps anyone, you know?
Other than you. I am going to...
I could describe this room. This is a somewhat small room, which seems to be packed with more small stone coffins. The lids of the coffins seem to have sort of somewhat crude carvings of humanoid figures on them.
Are all the carvings the same, or do they look different on each one?
They look roughly the same. On a close look, it appears to be... you think it's a human at first, but then you take a closer look and you notice pointed ears and sharp teeth. Looks more like a carving of a vampire.
On the coffin?
On the coffin lid.
I'm gonna carefully peruse.
Are all of them open?
They are. Most of them are closed. Some of them are cracked open a little bit.
I'm gonna peruse over and open one and see if there's anything inside of it.
Yeah, you slide one of them open, and there are.
I don't want to slide one open. I want to see one that's open.
Oh, okay. You look through one that's cracked open, and it looks like there are humanoid remains inside.
I'm gonna signal to Zephylos.
Bony remains, not fleshy remains.
I'm gonna signal to Zephylos.
Yeah, we're both stuck outside. Why can't we come inside?
Why can't you come inside?
It keeps saying that it obstructs.
Try right here. Try going in right here.
Oh, it might be because there's a wall. It's in a half
Try
space.
using your walls.
Yeah.
Use walls.
I think you're blocking the entranceway for the other people.
I should be able to go through friendlies.
I couldn't open the door either, so.
But I'll signal to the party that there's remains inside these two, pretty much.
Yeah, this map has some like weird half space placing, which kind of seems to mess a couple of things up.
Now, how many coffins would you say we see in here?
As many as are actually on the map, we'll say.
So 7?
6.
That's 7.
Yeah.
Is it 7? No. Oh, it's 7. Yeah, I can't.
It's clearly foreshadowing.
That's why we use.
I saw 2 groups of 3 for some reason, and not the one in the middle.
Just chose to ignore the other one.
Yeah.
All right. So, how many would you say are closed, and how many are completely open?
5 of them are totally closed, and 2 of them are cracked.
Okay.
And the 2 that are cracked look like bony remains. You said.
Yeah.
We should check all of these coffins. In case.
We should do it one at a time, I think, in case there's something inside.
Absolutely.
And I also think we should try to weigh down the other ones, so everyone should sit on a coffin while one gets opened in case the others try to open, don't you think?
I finally got this to let me have my character.
Alright, which one do you want to start with?
I'm going to wait till everyone's butt's in position, and then I'm going to open the first one too.
Butts in position. We'll send Dermo over here.
I'm inside the coffin?
Yeah, you're sitting on top of the coffin that's closed.
I'm gonna look at Dermo. I'm gonna say, if you feel like the lid of the coffin is coming off, make some noise about it.
I will use my butt on the coffin until I hear a noise or movement.
He says, "This is bad conditions for fighting. I've lost many friends in close encounters. We do not fight here. If something happens, we run back out into the hallway. Everyone understand?" And I'm gonna look around the room.
Nods.
I really don't foresee it being much of a problem.
I'm gonna say, then you can stay here if a fight kicks off, and I'm gonna push off the lid in front of me.
You push off the lid, and there's a skeleton inside.
I'm gonna let out kind of a gasp of relief, and I'm gonna walk over to Turdomo and kind of signify get his butt off the lid. Let's try that one.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stand up.
I'm gonna kind of gesture to him to help me pull the lid off because they're not easy.
Yeah.
They are fairly heavy.
So I will hold the sheep in one hand and use my second hand to help.
Yeah, and I'm gonna push the lid off.
You slide that one off,
exact noise
and inside, is another skeleton.
Like bones, no
How
flesh.
old do these skeletons
Bones.
look? Like how
they
old
look
do they
really
look?
old.
Really
Very
old, like centuries, or really old, like 20 years.
Probably at first glance, they've been here for at least several decades.
Okay.
More information than that would have to follow.
Would I
a check.
know? Right. Would I know about human skeletons?
Oh, we're losing
or,
it?
like human skeletons, or is it something I would be familiar with?
We're
Asking
losing
something
you,
about
August?
skeletons.
What was that,
It's like,
August? You turned robotic again for a sec.
Would I? Would I be familiar with humanoid skeletons whatsoever, or would it
Yeah,
be?
sure.
Okay. Could I do a deeper insight to it to see, like, if there's cracks in the bones, or any telltale signs of like?
You can make an
Or also-
investigation check for that. I'll say.
I also want to make sure if this is humanoid is a very important thing as well. Is it insight?
Investigation.
Oh, yep, that would make more sense. Okay.
Yeah, so based on the sort of cracking and of some of the bones and the amount of like dust and cobwebs that have settled around them, you would guess that they're at least 100 years old, the remains.
Oh, okay.
They're pretty
I will
old.
share that with the party.
As you kind of share that, I'm gonna walk up to Daishu and I'm gonna say,
Move your feet and lose your seat, brother. I heard this in a tavern when I got up from the bar, and someone says it to me. Very funny, yes?
Yes, we do. I'll move.
and I'm gonna pull the top off this one too.
Also contains a skeleton.
Oh God.
Spooky.
I'm gonna walk over to the
so
one
far
Zephyros is on. Wherever
The
that's
rest
at.
of them
Not
contain
encounter.
skeletons.
Awesome. Now we know. Says, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Now, with all of them containing skeletons, do they all look similar, or do any of them look different?
They look pretty similar.
In terms
No
of age.
identifying differences whatsoever. Not just age, but also like creature, also like any missing parts, anything like that.
We'll bundle this in with your investigation check. You noticed that they, the one that you looked at had especially long teeth. So they're probably, you would guess that they are vampire remains.
Okay. Could I go through each one? Wait. First of all, could I take one of the skulls that has those pointy teeth and put it into my bag?
Sure.
And then could I go ahead and use produce flame on each of the things to try and burn them?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna try to stop him. I'm gonna try to stop him before he does it, and I'm gonna say, "Why do you foul these graves? They are dead already. This is blasphemy. What is your reason?"
It would probably take quite a bit of fire also to burn bones.
Yeah, and
You
very
think
like
so?
a lot of.
I would know that then. Yeah, I would know that then, and
Yeah.
I would summon the flame and think about it, but not actually go through with it.
Okay.
So let these bones rest. Whatever they were when they were living, they are no longer that. And I'm gonna begin to push the lids closed on these.
I just feared reanimation, but you're correct.
I understand, which is why I was so cautionary with the lids. I think if they were to attack, they would have done so when we revealed them, no?
I think you are correct.
Just whatever they were, they are not that anymore, and I'm going to close the lid.
I am still going to keep that skull, though. That is straight in the bag.
If anything, it's proof that there's vampires.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking.
Yeah, which is important. I won't fight you too much on that because I didn't see it.
Right. Is this... So the other door, what was it? I didn't actually hear too well. What was the other door when they searched it?
It was the big open room with the large coffin, couple statues.
We found
we
some
assumed that
candles
was his
inside.
bed.
and a writing implement. We thought it might have been the guy we killed.
Yeah,
kind of
that was
raised-
the hunch.
Okay.
Put that together. I don't know if you were having connection issues, but that's kind of what we.
No,
gathered from that.
I was.
And there was
at the
another
time,
book. And if you missed it, there was another book like the one we found, and we stopped ourselves from burning it because we thought it might be something we could turn in for money. I think you might have.
Okay, yeah. That's where we were on that time. Okay, I didn't have the map open at that time, which is why I got confused.
Now you're caught up.
Okay.
All
right. Is this everything? Do you think?
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna say, everything that was here is still here, I'd imagine, and I'm gonna follow Zephylos out.
I will follow them out.
Let's look for living now. We found plenty of dead.
How far away are we from that place? Like, how long of a walk is it?
We're stuck. Please.
From where?
Stuck.
Well, like where we are now, how long of a walk would you say, like, we would estimate it is from the stairs that we entered the downstairs through?
Like just the part that's shown on the map, or do you mean like the length
I
of
know
the
on
stairs?
the map, it's a certain size, but like, how long did we walk through those like darkened tunnels to get to where we are now?
I don't know.
And then like, so on and so forth.
Are my lanterns still lit?
They're probably burnt out by
So
now.
probably
you guys,
more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Probably more than 10 minutes, Jermo.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are moving like, you're like looking at stuff, you're investigating, whatever. So it's been a.
Do you think on the way back
minutes.
we'd be going faster? Like the return trip, we'd be going faster?
Likely because we wouldn't have to check so much. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Shall we head back upstairs?
I'll nod.
Let's burn out this other torch too.
I'll nod and begin to head kind of back. Less cautiously than
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna walk normally, or as normally as I can, holding a sheep. The entire time, just for visual reference, I still am comforting it, and I still am taking care of it like it's a baby.
Okay.
I'm gonna open this door on the way in. Are the bats calm?
Yeah, they seem to have resettled on the roof.
On
the ceiling.
I'm gonna throw a ball bearing in their direction and then close the door and rustle back
Oh my god!
That's an apology,
You hear a short squeak, and then a little clank, and then nothing.
Nothing? They didn't get rustled from that?
No.
Oh, that's gonna bother Khan. He's gonna throw a second ball bearing and then take off.
Oh my god.
Hey, are you trying to safe spot the bats?
Safe spotting.
Yeah, does that do anything? Do I kill a bat with the ball bearing, do you?
How many
Is that why I didn't
throws
hear
of
a
ball
reaction?
bearings?
Hit it?
This is like when you try and do Grand Tree at like level 3, and you're just like splashing.
I'm flicking the bats, guys.
Yeah, you're splashing on the demon while trying to keep the bat from getting to you.
So good. That's what they call it in old school RuneScape, right? Flicking when you are flinching. Is that what it is?
Flinching.
Yeah.
Are you talking about moving?
I'm flinching the bat. Yeah, this
yeah.
in-game tick and then going back. Yeah, flinching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, less flinching.
I'm flinching the bats. Yeah.
That's so dumb.
Well, everything's canon because it's a RuneScape campaign, dude.
We haven't even gotten to the wood cutting yet.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
I bet you Daishu knows how to do it, though.
Since we're in the 5th age, though, divination's not a skill yet, so that's pretty cool.
This body's
that
still
means
the same.
maxing is so much quicker.
Yeah, it looks the same. It's still in the same spot, too. That's a good sign.
I'm gonna do a rough sketch of what his face looks like.
Okay.
Wait, you're talking about the guy we killed?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a rough sketch of what he looks like in my notepad here. Just getting some weird features in, and we have the notebook too. So we'll be like, this is the notebook we found on the guy that looked like this. And then I'm gonna it'll probably take a couple of minutes.
Is he wearing any special outfit, or is he wearing pretty normal clothing from like the humans that I've met?
He's got some clothing that looks like kind of fancy, but it's like really old.
Right, so it kind of looks like
probably kind of like really worn out,
wear.
but like it was like really nice and fancy a long time ago.
I will mentally mind that. Like I will remember like that style clothing to try to identify like vampiric in the future.
What'd you say, Shab?
Is it intact, or did we pretty much smash it to shit?
The clothing? Yeah, it's probably got, like, you know, battle tears in it now.
I'll take the coat or whatever he's wearing, because it's probably a very odd and aged cloak. And that would also, maybe someone could be like, it's from this period and this, and it's common with this, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like an archaeologist.
Maybe the lapel has some kind of design on it that's, you know, signifying, you know how counts are. Anyone who says count whatever, they've got some kind of pompous clothing style.
You're not gonna wear it, are you?
No, I'm just gonna like fold it over my arm.
Wear the vampire cloak.
I'm gonna finish my sketch and I'm gonna flip him over onto his side and try to get his jacket off, pretty much, and then we'll follow the rest of the group.
Yeah, okay. It's pretty torn up. It's got a bit of blood on it.
Do we hear anything?
Hear anything?
Like, have we heard anything since the bats? Like any noises? Any kind of you know what I mean? Like anything specific that we would call out of the ordinary? Not, or, you know, even in the
I feel like this whole
experience
has been out of the ordinary, dude.
Well,
yeah,
you
like,
are
you know, I guess I'd
you
be
are
listening
in a basement
for, like, you know,
now, so like.
Right.
You are kind of like in a basement,
creaking,
so like you're not with a stone ceiling, so you're not gonna hear much from above down here.
Right. I'm gonna listen for footsteps or any kind of like indication that something's going to come for us. You know, I'm just kind of on guard, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
As we approach the stairs. Yeah.
All right. Going back upstairs. Let me make sure we have the map. Let me also make sure that
now since this is an older house, do we hear, especially since I'm heavier, do we hear like heavy creaking with the wood?
Yeah, anything wood in here is gonna make creaking noises when it's touched or stepped on.
I will be extra careful while walking around not to step on any boards that might break, because I am a bit heavier than the average person.
Sure.
Especially while carrying additional weight, I'm going to be extra careful in a dilapidated home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to come back into this hallway where that broken piano was. I'm going to kind of skirt the side here. What am I seeing in this hallway? Is there anything interesting?
There are some windows in these like bays here. An old crumbled statue covered in cobwebs.
Statue is it? What's it look like? Human?
It is impossible to tell because it's like completely smashed.
Oh,
but it looks like maybe it had legs like a human's legs.
Mm-hmm. I'm here for
my character got lost.
Oh. Yeah.
Thank you. Dermo's out of control, guys.
There are several doors in this hallway that lead to different places, probably, maybe. Khan's going. He's Leroy Jenkins.
I see a door, and I mean...
I see door, and I open door.
Logically speaking, if there's anything creepy, it would be in the underground crypt where they suck blood out of people, not like in a regular house, right? If people were sucking blood in a house, we would walk by and be like, that's kind of fucking odd. But
you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go high intellect, you know. I'm just...
Oh, hang on. Actually, now that you guys are here, and August was saying stuff, you hear now a bit of noise from like behind this wall here, and I guess Daisho would hear it more clearly through this door.
Which door?
Oh wait, can he even see that door? No, he can't. Never mind. You don't know that there's a door there, but you can hear noises.
A door right in front of me.
Ah. Wait,
question.
Did you open it? Oh, you didn't open it.
I didn't open this? I was waiting for an opportunity to say that I was going to inspect that room.
Okay. You can hear noises from behind this wall. Sounds like maybe some very slow footstepping noises. Yes.
While we creep around, could I produce flame for light?
Yep.
Yes.
Let me turn on your...
That was a nice creaky sound.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I mean, I was in my chair, but I made it to make, effect of the mansion. They have to keep, everyone's got to do their part with sound effects.
Dermo now has a light from his produced flame. So he's illuminating.
So there was a door up here?
Yeah,
Where?
you walked right past it.
I
There's a
legit.
couple
Oh, I legit.
There's a door over
didn't see
here, yeah.
it. All right, I would have opened that door, not this one. I was going for the first door I could open.
All right, close this door.
Yeah, close that one. I'm gonna forget everything I saw in there. I would have
Alright.
gone for the door. Yeah,
This
sorry.
door opens
And then I would have
to
Leroy
reveal.
I want to play the game. We gotta be quiet 'cause I'm on the phone.
This door
okay.
opens to reveal a fairly large wooden staircase that leads up.
And then the
A
door
couple
you
of
were
chairs, and there's a small wooden door right here.
Door Daishu heard voice. You said.
It sounds like some soft footsteps that are very slow,
I don't like that.
meandering around.
I'm gonna like get a look at Daishu and just see how he's
Oh wait,
expressing.
also hang on. Nope.
Do you hear that?
I'm gonna like, give him
also,
a wide-eyed like nod.
you notice that there is a small scribbled note on the floor next to the door.
Can I pick it up and kind of try to read it?
Yeah, it's written in common.
Okay.
And it says, let's see, it says, Doc lost the key to the north storage room while I was in the east storage room. Ernest.
I'm gonna look at Daishu. I'm gonna say, it is written
Let
by
me
this
type that out,
Ernest
too.
character. I'm gonna walk over to Zephylos and say the
What
same.
does it say?
I found this note. Me and Daishu found this note in front of the door. It says something about a dockyard or a dock. I do not know this. Says he found a key or lost a key. And I'm gonna hand him the note, pretty much explaining nothing.
There's what it says. Oh wait, and then
But it is written by this Ernest. And I'm gonna hand him this sloppily written note.
Right. So Ernest was here on a job?
Well, wasn't that the reason that he came in here? The lady outside said that he had a last minute job or something, right?
Yeah, I'd been taking odd jobs.
Taking odd jobs, yeah.
I didn't think it was literal. Who else would be in here in a mansion with a vampire?
Someone who likes odd jobs.
Perhaps Ernest is in here, in this closet.
Should we knock? What
Oh.
if you think? What if he is? And I'm gonna give him the nod, like he's going to the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
Don't
that
barge
nod.
in on a man during his business. It's a bad omen. I'm gonna gently knock on the door and say, "Ernest, are you in there, buddy?"
you hear a strange voice reply from
Not
behind
Ernest!
the door.
Not Ernest! And I'm going back in the hallway to tell Dermo, I think we found another thing. Prepare yourself.
Oh no.
I'm gonna draw my weapon and my shield, and I'm gonna I can't open the door with my hands like this, but I'm ready in case.
All right.
Is this a locked door or
I'm
no?
gonna prepare an action. If it comes at us aggressively, I'm just gonna hit it with my lance.
Okay.
Great.
Um,
The doorway.
Mr. DM, is this door
Yeah.
locked or no?
You don't know yet.
Yeah, we haven't
No one's
checked.
tried it.
We just knocked and tried to get a reply.
Which direction
I-
does the door open?
Is there anything
opens
around
in-
like a folded carpet maybe
You
that I
think.
could lay the sheep on?
Well, where's the hinge? If we see the hinge, then it opens out. If we don't, it opens
There are tattered old rugs in this hallway, like here. And
Could I
here.
please lay the sheepy down on it gently?
Yeah, hang on. Let me get the sheep.
in. Yeah, preparation for combat,
Yeah, somebody might attack a semi-conscious sheep for no
and,
reason.
and a corpse
There you
on
go.
your back.
No, I'll leave the corpse.
There's a sheep.
Yeah, we just hear that coming from the inside. I'm just gonna
Mhm.
prepare
Could
that
I
action.
could I ready my staff and imbue it with shillelagh?
It's free.
Yep.
free real estate.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'm preparing to open the door with my hammer out once everybody else is ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna motion to go ahead and open the door.
Actually, before he does that, I'm gonna go ahead and lay a grip of like 150, 200 ball bearings right in the doorway. Since it opens, since it opens in, he's gonna have to come out.
Mm.
Like
Okay.
right there, pretty much.
All right.
About 200 or so. It's a small area.
Ooh,
so.
what's happened? Oh, shillelagh. Okay.
That's the sound of shillelagh, guys.
Yep.
And,
I figured I might as well click it because I haven't been clicking on anything.
And then I'm gonna go back to preparing my action for pokey poke.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna prepare a melee hit with the imbued staff. In case I see anything non-humanoid.
You're not in melee range, just so you know.
That's fine. If it lunges out at us.
Fair.
all
I
right,
think
so
everyone's
when everybody is ready, I will throw the door in and then jump back 5 feet.
All right, count in your language to 3.
Un, dos, tres. And I'm
Oh
gonna
yes,
nod.
the Garajo language of Spanish.
Well,
Ein, zwei, zwei.
dos, train is not, but okay, yeah, it's fine. They're Latin based, it's fine.
So I'll sling the door open and jump back. Oh, it's locked.
It's locked.
I'm gonna like give him a look like why didn't he open it? Like now, brother, now.
All that.
I didn't do anything. Nobody tried the door.
Like I'm gonna like gesture with my big shield and be like, now, brother, open the door.
It was all you guys.
We were all ready.
I'll just hold on. I'll pull out my teeth.
You gotta pick up 150 balls from the ground.
I'm gonna
With
look at
that.
Zephyros. I'm gonna go.
I swear he never like this. He's always, I don't know what's going on with him.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
When you tried the door handle, it makes the thing on the other side of the door makes another little noise.
That's concerning.
Okay, dirty 20.
And then I try to
Zephyros is,
stumble out of the way.
What's this that you did?
Oh,
You're
dirty
picking the
Yeah.
lock. Okay.
Assuming
Yeah,
I unlock
you-
it, I try and stumble out of the
Yeah,
way.
you managed to get it open within, 10, 15 seconds, pretty quickly. It is now unlocked.
Yeah, as the door swings open, I don't know if it'll cost us anything if it starts initiative, but if it looks like something mean and feral, I want to like show my teeth and give out like a bull screech, like a howl, like a oh.
Yeah, that would, free action. As soon as you open the door, though, it's gonna become hostile.
Yeah, I want
Uh,
to like bring attention to me.
So we can roll for initiative now.
Do we recognize what that thing is?
Well,
Yeah,
sorry,
you
can
see
you
some
throw
art
out
of
my
it, DM?
can you throw out my bird real quick?
The bird's missing. It's probably over in the other
Oh, that's.
room.
Oh no, I was about to say that's really good. And then, oh, it's better than fine.
Another one for initiative, boys. At least, hey, it's better than 0. Am I right?
Now,
There's
quick
the bird.
question: why is it a decimal point for initiative?
Because your dexterity modifier adds.
It adds
Oh,
your
that's
dex mod divided by
divided
100.
by, like, yeah.
As a tiebreaker.
Well, it's 0.06.
That's like an optional rule.
Yeah, it's like 0.06 for every dex mod you have, right?
Well, it's just it's just your dex mod divided by 100. So if you had like Zephyros' your dex score divided by 100. So
gotcha.
Zephyros' score is 14, so it's
Mhm.
20. He got 22.14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
It looks to be some kind of undead creature. Not a skeleton, because it's still got this sort of very gray, pale, rotting flesh and torn clothing on it, although it has blank white eyes. It knew you were coming, so, because you were messing with the door, and it heard you.
We called
So
out to see if it was...
Yeah, you literally tried to like talk to it.
Artist, you pooping in there, buddy?
So
I don't know if he was or not.
we are probably just gonna start the combat normal without any kind of surprise or anything.
Is my held actions not there still? Oh, he didn't come out.
Why are there 2 dermos?
Why is there not more dermos? This is the question. Can we add a third one in there?
Why is there no option to do initiative?
2 dermos.
Well,
Maybe
one is
remove-
my good
maybe
side and
remove
one's my
one.
bad side. You don't want to be on my bad side.
Okay, so I'm seeing that you rolled the 6 for initiative first, so I'm gonna get rid of the 12.
But I rolled the 12. I didn't roll the 6.
Boo.
Well, you
The
can save that for
initiative
your
was
next.
not changed.
You can save that for your next combat if you want, Dermo.
I'm wondering why I rolled twice because I only tapped it once on my side. Did you roll my initiative?
I don't think so.
The bird isn't showing up on initiative for what's worth.
I don't know.
Well, maybe
man.
one of my rolls is the
Either
bird
way,
and-
you're in the same spot for this combat.
Oh, okay.
Because the zombies got 13 dice,
you
she's
guys
got
rolled
2.
bad. You guys rolled very bad.
We
about.
can start with Zephylos. You are the first to react as the door opens. You see an undead creature.
Yeah. My bird thing didn't roll, so you want me to just have it go on my turn for this?
Oh, that's because I didn't add it before I did the thing. There you go.
Birds are real. They don't mean
Hog.
There it is.
Wow.
I'm gonna go over here and like try to block off the squishies, and I'm gonna shoot a spell at it.
You're going to pull out your Glock and shoot it.
Yeah, I recognize a zombie. This is pretty standard for necromancy and in School of Magic, you know. Probably. I know when there's a flesh creature, it's usually best to just zap.
That was cute.
Yeah. Yes, after blasting it with some ice, I'll stay in the front and kind of be the tank, you know, that I was meant to be.
Okay. Yep, you managed to zap it a little bit with some ice. And you see it, it was next turn, yeah. It is just getting ready to start moving.
Am I still yelling at it?
Right as you, yeah, sure. Right as you hit it with the ice, you see it start coming towards you, and it sort of slows down a little bit. As it's moving, it only manages to, well, actually, no. It manages to come this far, and then it kind of picks up a little bit more speed.
And then it stops. What happened to the ball bearings, my man?
That spot right there. Oh, good question. Probably not. What is the save for stepping on a bunch of ball bearings?
Sink into its zombie's flesh.
I believe it's a dex save. Let me check.
What kind of DC are we looking at?
Want to say 10? But
DC 10 dexterity, I think. Yeah, 10. Yep, 10.
DC 10 dexterity save. It gets a nat 20, so he'll be fine.
That is the most. This guy was fucking Michael Phelps in life, dude.
Does he have to repeat it if he stays on the spot where they're located?
If he leaves it, I think yes. If he's moving across it, right?
Okay,
So,
but if he stands still, he
did
doesn't.
check. No, but if he moves again, he has to do it again.
Okay, well that's where he ends his turn. He doesn't attack.
What?
Oh, actually, he wouldn't have needed to make a save because he's moving at half speed. It looks like.
no, he's dashing to get to me, isn't
No,
he?
he.
Did he
Okay,
not get half
meta.
speed because he's slowed?
Meta. His speed is lower than a normal creature's, and Ice Rush reduced his speed even more, so he couldn't even reach Zephylos without dashing.
Oh, okay.
He's not slowed,
He is slowed.
so he wouldn't have had to do the dex save. Is what I'm saying, just for future reference. A slowed anything that's slowed or moving at half speed doesn't make a save throw.
Oh,
well, that's why
really?
he rolled a natural 20.
Which is
I
why he
guess-
rolled a natural 20. I guess he was slowed.
I did not know about that rule.
I didn't know either
concerning
until
ball
I had to look
bearings.
No, that's what I was saying. We're looking
Yeah,
for
no,
the dex.
I took your commentary as he was dashing at me because he was picking up speed.
Wait, hang on. It says a creature moving through the area at half speed. What does that mean at half speed?
Slowed.
Their default
Something
speed.
that's slowed.
So
is
if you have 30, you on purpose move at 15 as difficult terrain kind of
yeah,
thing.
if you do it, if you choose to go slowly
Oh,
with
See, but what if he didn't choose to do it? What if it was forced?
He's already slowed. He's already slowed.
That makes sense.
Willingly or not, he's making a deliberate
That's
or
fair.
not effort to be cautious over it.
That's fair. Okay, Owl's turn.
That's how I would perceive it. At least he wouldn't have had to make.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But now we both know. Everyone knows.
The owl will land on him. Peck, peck, peck. Flap, flap. Help action.
All right.
Flap, flap, help action.
Dermo.
All right. First question, as always, does this creature seem evil?
It's charging at Zephylos with an open mouth and arms extended.
Okay, well, I mean, Zephylos did open the door and shoot him in the face, so, you know. But he seems evil by his body language and everything, like him rushing forward, mouth open. Have I seen a zombie before or no?
It looks to be an undead creature. You could make a nature check to see if you know what it is.
Okay. Nature is right here.
It's probably a zombie, but it could be some other type of undead. You're certain that it's an undead creature, though.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I would presume it's evil from its body language and the whole attacking us thing. Therefore, I will produce flame and use... Or actually, I already had one out, so I'll use that as a weapon. And I will shoot it towards the big boy.
You have advantage on whatever.
You have advantage. Yeah, you have advantage from the owl's help action, by the way.
Okay, and a boom.
Yep, 16 to hit for 5 fire damage. You get smacked with a small little piece of flame that flies from your hand.
I like that it says it hits Dermo.
Oh.
Because I must have myself targeted in that.
Because I think maybe if you don't have any target, then it counts as a
I can't change it. The fact that I even have the sheet open is a huge deal.
That's fine.
I'm not trying to screw it up.
That's okay.
He's standing in the doorway, DM, just because it's skewed here for the map, but he's in the doorway, correct? He's on the bell. He's on the ball bearing.
Yeah. He's pretty much right on top of the bearings.
Gotcha.
Is that all, August?
With that cantrip, would I still be able to make an attack?
An attack normally is gonna also
in range.
So produce flame uses an action, and attacks also use an action. So no.
Okay, yeah. So that will end my turn. I'll stay behind my big tanky boy.
All right, Daisho.
All right, so I'm gonna just since I can't get next to Con very easily, I'm gonna just swing my hammer at it.
5'9" wizard, aka the big tanky boy.
Are you really gonna do that? Are you sure about that, buddy?
Badly Mrs. Zombie.
I've never seen a zombie before. This is kind of terrifying. I'm trembling in my boots a little bit.
Nerves.
Yeah.
Nerves are getting the best.
I'm trembling in your boots.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's on me. All right. I would like to use my shield as an improvised weapon.
Your shield is okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit him with my shield as an improvised weapon, attack him with my shield.
Okay. We can count that as what do you normally do for improvised weapons?
A D4 plus strength mod, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but no proficiency unless you have
Right.
Well, I am a shield master is a feat I have, so I think I'd be proficient with a shield either way. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's not on my paper, so.
Because there's a feat specifically for attacking with improvise.
I get that.
That's true.
But if you want to say you're proficient with a shield, then call me a shield master. It's kind of like, how do you not call someone a master of something and not be? But I get what you're saying. I'm gonna roll a d20. Oh, that's 2. That's
gotta respect the tavern brawler, man. No one takes it.
It's good, but
it's
a nat 20, baby. Plus my mod, which
is shield master.
You are a shield master. I'm wrong.
Are you sure? Is that close?
You know what? I'm wrong.
Yeah, so that should be to say that I'm a shield master.
Should be 2d4 plus mod now, right?
Wait. Is that our first nat 20?
That's my first.
Like
nat
our
20.
first?
No, there's been 2 others in the campaign. I think we had one last.
I'm pretty sure there's been a critical hit already. Didn't you
There's
get a
definitely been a
critical
crit
hit on
with the
Guiding Bolt? Yeah,
Yeah,
last week.
Okay.
Or 2 weeks ago on the chair.
Zeph also got
No, that was last week then.
20 on initiative just a minute ago.
Yeah,
that
Those
too.
don't count. Those-
Right,
those-
but I
those
meant
are
combat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Anyways,
meant combat.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
bash
but
with
yeah.
my shield, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll roll the 2d4.
Hans also had a really sad lance one.
And then it'd be +3 on that, so 10 damage.
10, okay.
Hey.
And then I would like to bonus action. I would like to bonus action shove him with my shield.
Okay.
You're gonna beat him down and then push him.
So,
And it's gonna push him back through the doorway, which I'm hoping does trigger a dex check to wipe him on his ass.
Good question.
Which is why I asked you using the doorway still.
Right.
Because it's going to push him back 5 feet, which is going to put him out of the ball bearing. He's going to move. Is he still slowed, or is he not slowed because I'm forcing him out of it? My 5 feet of movement being pushed isn't slowed, right? So his movement isn't slowed because I'm the one moving.
Yeah, that's a good question. So
That's
it's
how I
the ball bearings
He's moving
are
out.
worded as such. It says a creature moving across the covered area.
And
That's
he
all it
is.
says.
Yeah, and he is. He's doing it under my force.
So sure.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that dex for me, DM.
Watch him get another nat
That's
20.
one.
Where-
Let's do it.
Nat, the most dexterous zombie. We need to put him in a circus, guys. We can't kill him. He needs to go in a circus.
Oh, you do still have to do the contested ability check to shove.
Okay. That's a
Yeah,
D20.
it acts like a
Maybe
normal shove. So
stronger
yeah,
than
20 plus strength.
it's athletics. Your athletics versus his choice of athletics or acro.
We'll see how.
Is he going to do acro to flex on us?
Like, could you imagine
Got
a
a 10.
contortionist zombie?
Well, he got a 1.
Get fucked!
So he's definitely getting pushed, and let's see if he falls over too.
He went from nat 20 to nat 1.
Yep, so he gets shoved
Wow,
back
big
through
dice.
the doorway and falls over as he
Definitely
slips
not
on
gonna
the ball
attack his
bearings.
Never mind, we killed him.
Yo, your plan actually worked.
Guys, I did. I don't need, like. I know I still have
Big
movement
brain.
and stuff. I don't know if it's a bonus action. I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna look around, like over Zephylos to try to get eyes with Deishu and just give him a really excited look.
Also, your massive hit with the shield seems to have done a ton of damage to it. Its body parts are kind of falling off. It's looking in really bad shape.
Completely ignored by the fact that my trap worked. I'm excited to look at Deishu, just like mouth open, just excited, like I did it.
Like,
That's my
Deishu is not equally excited, but definitely very excited that worked.
Zephylos, your turn. He is prone now, so unfortunately that gives disadvantage on ranged attacks.
GM, I'm a melee fighter. What are you talking about?
I don't know, man. Go and inflict wounds him.
At half speed, walk forward and kick a couple of ball bearings aside as I pull out some blood runes.
Okay.
And I go to cast on him Blood Rush as I place a hand on his chest and go to rip out some blood. I spend 1 HP on this. Oh, I have advantage because of the Oh, does that hit anyways? Lol.
Hang on. An 8 does hit.
I'm so surprised.
You would have advantage because it's a melee spell attack.
Let me roll a d20 just to see if it works.
Yeah, you can roll again for crit. Let's see.
Yeah. So this is just for the crit. It's not a crit.
Right. Okay, so an 8 to hit for necrotic damage. Okay.
And I take 1 damage.
I can't believe that worked, honestly. Well, it's good. It's been good playing with you guys. Enjoy the rest of your campaign, guys.
Okay, so you cast the spell. You seem to damage it a bit more, hoping to finish it off, but it seems like the spell worked, but the zombie simply refuses to die and give up. It is still moving.
Well, with the rest of my half
That's me
movement,
at the gym.
I'm going
again.
to, yeah, actually, no, I'm the tank. I'm going to say where I am and in my turn.
Okay. It is its turn now. It stands back up. And is determined to harm someone, at least.
Hopefully.
And he is going to haphazardly just kind of flail his arms toward Zephylos. Yep. Oh, that's loud. But he misses.
Nice.
Owl's turn.
What would the hoot hoot like to do?
You know what? I realize I'm an idiot by not moving out of the way. So what the owl's going to do is it's going to come over. Actually, it can't do this because I'm 2 sizes too large. Never mind. I was going to have it push me out of the way, like full body tackle me to like shove me out.
No, it definitely
Yeah,
can't do
no,
that.
it can't. I realize it's too small.
Could you imagine he just like bumps you and you go flying through the wall? Like
He'll land on my
Punch Man
shoulder
style?
to be adjacent and do the help action, and then bug off.
Yep. Okay. Dermo's turn then.
All right. Meta, but also just answer. Would I even be able to do anything, or is he blocking me from being able to even do anything?
You can still shoot at it. Zephylos' body, though, since it's kind of in a narrow hallway, is probably going to give it half cover, which means he has a +2 bonus to his AC.
Okay, you know what? I'll send that. I'll send it.
But
I'm going to
Meta,
go
you
ahead and
already
walk
know that his
hit
AC
him.
is extremely low.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to walk up to the Dahor, and I'm going to... why can I not scroll any lower? I need to get to my spell. The one spell that's being covered up that I cannot reach is the one I wanted to use. That's great. How many casts of... I get 2 of them, right, of Guiding Bolt, and I've only used 1?
It looks like you used 2 already. It says uses 0 of 2.
Gotcha, perfect. Okay. So I will then... I can't get in melee range, right? Like, there's just no way?
You could stand here.
Like, stand in the corner and whack him from far away with my staff or something?
Yeah. Well, you have the shillelagh, right? You could stand there and make a melee attack.
Does it let me do, like, as a ranged hit?
Well, if you were standing here, then you would be within melee range of him.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I will get within melee range, however that's necessary, and I will go ahead and, as is fashion, say, return to the anima and beat him with my staff.
All right.
I actually just let's see. First, how do I roll it as a damage? Would this be?
Then you can...
No, he's not doing a help action, right? The owl isn't, so it's just a regular roll.
No,
it did.
Advantage.
It did.
Oh, it is. Oh.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so a 20 to hit for 11 damage. Okay. Hang on a second.
Like my bird's just a general nuisance, so it just keeps doing a little flyby.
Okay. You give it a smack with your magical stick, and this time, you manage to finish off the zombie, and it collapses onto the floor.
Okay. Well, for flavor, with my staff, it would pulse with a magical glow as I plunge it directly into the heart area.
Very nice.
As I say, return to the anima.
That'll end combat there.
I'm gonna look at.
It'll definitely end him.
And I'm gonna say, what is this anima you send them back to?
It is the life essence of the hearth.
Go on.
The anima is the anima is the essence in which everything comes from, and everything shall return to.
Is this anima a god to you?
No.
You don't
The anima
worship
is an
the anima?
always existing. It's an always existing force.
Interesting.
Imagine it like rain or clouds. It's always there.
We worship these things where I am from, but you do not.
No. This is just a constant to me.
The gods are constant. Interesting. I will inquire about this.
Not believe that.
Danger. I'm gonna look at Daisha.
Could I
say he has a god?
Could I check over the body?
Yeah.
Look for any identifying things, maybe a driver's license.
No driver's license. It is undead, so that it's difficult to find much identifying stuff on it. It doesn't
I just want to see if it matches
personal
any of the
possessions.
Yeah, I want to check it for identifying description of Ernest.
No, I don't. It doesn't look particularly like him.
Okay. Is there anything else in this room behind him?
Yeah, it appears to be a sort of messy storage room. There's a couple of crates and barrels and lots of spider webs. Just kind of things lying strewn about the floor.
Could I walk past the body and investigate if there's anything important in here, or if it just looks kind of like a generic trash closet?
Define important.
Anything that stands out, really. I mean, doesn't have to be important, but just isn't normal to be in a supply closet, I guess. Like, I'm not looking for like toilet paper,
really, Not really much stands out to you. I mean, a lot of it is, or some of it is like old rotten food.
Okay.
There's like random like household objects like ropes or like spare pieces of lumber, a couple of common tools.
But that's it. Nothing else.
There are other things, but nothing really stands out to you. That was just kind of a
Okay, I'll return to the party.
description.
Would you rather return to the anima? No one else. Okay.
I thought it was funny. I just didn't laugh.
You just gotta tell him.
Haha.
Danny.
I exhaled heavily through my nose.
Good. That's what we were looking for. These are results, people.
Now what?
What next?
Now
Well, we have more exploring to do. Well, I guess I am the tank of the party, so I should go
I
first.
mean, you say that
Tank
like,
wizard.
it's higher than mine because it is.
Well, is it because I effectively have 23 health right now, or...
I mean, it's more health than me. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Effectively only. Not actually only.
I'm gonna look at Zephylos before we go up, and I'm gonna say, should we not clear the building floor by floor? Coming back here may have things coming out of doors investigating the noise we made, and now we are in a pinch if something is chasing us down the stairs.
I suppose that's a fair
I'm
assessment.
just gonna shrug and say, I've been caught in a pinch. It's not fun.
Very well. We can check out
Sorry,
this.
I forgot I was muted. Can I check the that wall that Zephylos is at?
Oh, there's a door.
Very.
I'm so
Yeah.
bad at seeing doors.
There's a door next to Zephylos, by the
If
way.
I run by a door, please just tell me because I'm trying to clear.
Is there any windows on that
Pinch
wall?
is gone.
No windows in this room at all. No.
No. Okay. Could I try the door?
Yeah.
Surprisingly, is it locked? Find out now before we go. I'll get ready.
Danny is standing right there. Go ahead. You can give it a try.
All right.
Like, try opening the door. Is there a roll for that?
Just because Zephylos is standing in front of it. It's
No.
still-
I mean, like in general. Like, is there a button you can press
Oh.
for like a door roll?
No, but the players can click on the little door icons to open them.
Oh,
If they
okay.
are
I
unlocked.
can't do that because I don't have the map loaded. But
Right.
okay.
It is indeed unlocked. You can see a few large windows against the south wall of this room, as well as a large wooden door. You guess that this is the front entrance.
The way we didn't go.
It looks clear though. Zephylos is in the doorway, so I'll let him tell us.
No zombies.
Doesn't seem to be any monsters or anything. It seems like where we came from.
I'll nod and kind of about face and head towards the doorway we came in from. Petting the owl on the drive by.
I'm gonna assume you pick up the sheep again, so I'm gonna remove
I
it.
do. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Wait, first, is the sheep there?
Yeah, I just moved the token because now you're imaginary carrying it.
No, I'm just making sure. I'm just making
Yeah,
sure.
it was still there.
Off, or
Bob
he
is
wasn't like
still
a
there.
Bob. Okay, I pick up Bob.
I like Bartholomew a little more, but all right.
Bartholomew. Bart.
Bart would be good.
During this time, I would use my clothing to clean him up to make sure he's having a good old time. I don't want him to be scared or sad.
Oh yeah, he's having a great time.
Just witnessed a couple murders.
He's behaving like very exhausted, so he's not really doing much.
Would you say he's a little sheepish right now?
He's feeling a little sheepish.
Wow.
Yeah, right. That's a night for me, guys.
Wait, hey guys, we don't know if this sheep has done horrible things. Maybe he's on the lam.
He's not feeling like he's the greatest of all time. The goat.
Oh no. Farm animals, as I live on a farm.
Wait, why did I show Pinch Khan 3 minutes ago?
I said I've been in a pinch before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, funny.
There's another door.
I actually read that as Punches Con at first too, and I was really like, what?
I actually spelled it as punches, but I fixed it before I sent it.
Oh, good, because that could have actually rolled damage.
You stand before a closed door.
Why are we all not in the same area? We're spread out. There we go.
Are we?
So I'll open the door now. The crew's here.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take a big old step inside, looking around.
This seems to be what used to be like a living room or a parlor. There's a large table, a couple chairs, fireplace, a desk. There's another big window over here.
What's on the mantle here?
Good question.
Dermo will walk into the room.
What kind of house is
it's very dusty. There's an old candle as well as an old skull.
Does the skull...
Can you imagine if there was like an urn with the word mom on it or something?
Is there anything interesting about the skull? It's on a mantle, so...
Not particularly.
It looks human.
Looks like a normal skull. Looks like a human sort of skull. Yep.
I'll like kind of run my fingers over the skull where the horn should be, and then move on.
It's very smooth.
Yeah, just kind of seeing other skulls is kind of still weird to me. What's up with this statue?
Good question.
It's looking rather bustable. Get it?
Yeah, it's definitely bustable. It's a small statue that's sitting on top of like a stand. This actual statue part's maybe only like a foot. Appears to be like a little demon creature of some sort with wings.
I'm gonna try to push it toward, like, pull it down.
It's separate from the base.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like push it off its stand if it looks demonic.
Yeah, you knock it down and it sort of cracks in half.
And I just that's up, not me. What do me?
Oops.
Just walking. I'm gonna take
watch you do it. You're just like, oh, wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Watch you do the thing and you side played off.
I'm stuck. It won't let me.
Oh, is this another weird door? It might help if you like stand right in front of it and then go through.
I was just trying to move like slightly. Oh, you know what it is? The bird is stuck.
Oh, the bird. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, actually, hold on. I got this. Because watch, I'm going to do it
Put
there.
him on the same space.
Well, because it wasn't connecting, weirdly enough. Like, yeah, it... Hold on.
He's got this.
Hold on. I'm learning. And it doesn't work.
You guys just see, like, Zephylos, like, bumping into the doorway repeatedly.
It's like that.
Oh no, this is a dead end. I have to go back out.
Oh, bummer.
As
that
Zephylos
writing
comes
desk
in,
over
I'm
there.
gonna literally say that statue was like that when we got there, just for reference. just so you know, Zephylos.
Immediately before you went through the doorway, you heard, like, a stone sort of, a small stone, like, crumbling noise.
And then a very soft from the safe corner.
Nice.
Could Dermo investigate that writing desk with the green thing on it?
Yeah.
What does he notice?
It's empty, but it is covered in dust.
Could he run his fingers along the edges of it?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Just running my fingers along all the edges.
Is there anything not covered in dust in this room or cobwebs? This save us a little time.
You could make a quick perception check for me.
Okay.
That's really good.
You notice that the bookshelves over here, you can see that there's kind of like some markings on the ground near them, like they've been moved.
Does it look like just like scratch marks of a shelf being moved into place, or like what?
Yeah, like as if somebody had been sliding the shelf to the side, the whole bookshelves.
Are there any pens on this writing desk?
There's an old empty inkwell.
But no pens?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'll go ahead and leave the desk.
I'm going to... And just one of the bookshelves, not both?
Both, actually.
Okay.
Looks like they kind of both moved off to the side a little bit.
Does it look
I'm
like
going to ask what he notices, what he's investigating.
Well, so far I've just noticed a thing. I haven't really started investigating yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
As a player, I'm trying to get a mental picture of what I'm seeing. Does it look like it's been done repeatedly, or just
yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
I will point that out to the rest of the group. Is there anything like with my history with like carpentry or wood carving that would give me any other tells here?
I'm not sure what more that would provide. Really.
Okay, I'm just like, is it? I can't imagine. Like, back home, if we make bookshelves, we don't really slide them around unless we're,
Yeah.
What do you see?
They've been redecorating.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems unusual.
Brother, let me
like
get
it's
up
not
from
like
this chair that I've been sitting in since I walked in and help you. What do you see?
What's on the bookshelf? Like are there books on it, or is it empty?
There are a couple of old dusty books, but it's mostly empty.
Old dusty books, as in like one or two, or decent amount.
Maybe like 5.
Could I like?
Dusty?
Oh yeah.
You could try.
Now that Deishu's kind of like telling me that he's looking for dust, I get what he's looking for now. Is there any non-dusty books?
No. Wait, actually, hang on. No.
Could I pull off each book in order and read the titles?
Yeah.
You pick up one of the books, which has a blank cover. and you open it up, and the pages just crumble when you touch them.
While he's doing that with all the books, I'm gonna shout out to Zaphalos. I'm gonna say, "Is it normal for humans to move these furniture types around, but no other in a room?"
Not unless it's changing the decor.
Is there a reason why they would change this decor only one piece at a time?
I mean, has anyone
Numerous
lived
times.
here?
I'm gonna point at the bookshelf. I'm gonna say, "This looks like it was recently moved, no?"
Right, well, I guess the only really way to find out why is... I mean, does this piece of furniture look any newer than the rest of the furniture? It just seems like a bookshelf to me.
Dermo will keep pulling the books off and looking at the covers, one after each other.
Each one crumbles in your hands.
Seeing a pattern.
Like all
DM
five.
with the bookshelf question. Does this look newer than the others?
The bookshelves, do they look newer?
Is what I was asking.
Uh.
Trying to find a reason to why this would be moved. And my low intellect is trying to put it together without.
I don't know. No, it probably looks about the same. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to scoot it away from the wall. I'm gonna say, if it was moved recently, it will move again, and I'm gonna like, with all my force, pretty much slam the empty bookshelf now onto the ground, if I can.
Like tip it over.
Like pulling it from the wall from the top. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it moves as you expect it to.
Slam on the ground.
It smacks onto the ground with quite a thud. And behind the bookshelf, you could see kind of centered between the two of them, there is a hole in the wall that is...
Where the boys can see it all?
Maybe like... it's bigger
Trying to
than
get a
that.
grasp of what kind of mansion we're in right now. There's bloodsuckers, maybe there's other things.
There's a hole in the wall that's maybe like 3 feet by 4 feet, sort of rectangle. Big enough for someone to pretty easily step through.
How loud was that? Like the thing falling?
Is there a bookshelf in your room where you're sitting?
About as loud as a bookcase falling from the wall down to the ground. So
yeah.
I have a filing cabinet in here. I can tip it over if you want.
Yeah, you could try that.
That would probably be a little
good
louder
idea.
than a bookcase if you want.
Give me like 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
The 5 minutes are to explain to his wife why he just did that.
It's even worse because it has all of our documents in it.
Oh yeah, maybe don't.
Could I do like a perception, like just paying attention in case anything heard the noise and is now coming after us?
But yeah, sure. You can make a perception check for that.
Oh, okay.
To listen particularly.
PER.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make Cephalos aware. Looking over here after all that. There is a hole in the wall.
There is indeed a hole in the wall that you could see through.
Secret entrance?
Seems to be a room back here. It was a hidden entrance.
Yo, I bet this place has great pizza though.
As I peer through. What's it smell like? Just sticking my head through this hole.
Are you ready for this? It smells dusty.
Okay. Is it like dank, like the cavern downstairs?
Yeah, a little bit damp in here, maybe.
There's a bed, huh?
A little warm.
Oh, this is getting kind of rapey.
I'm gonna go up to the bed. Does it look like it's got cobwebs on it, so it hasn't been slept?
Really gross looking from my thing because it's like my video is only kind of looking, so the bed is covered in a white like thing, but it's not defined.
Did these bookshelves look weird too? Anything
supposed to be bookshelves? I don't know that those are supposed to be bookshelves.
Okay.
I thought those were like benches.
Okay.
They're the exact same icon as the bookshelves on the other side.
I guess they're not. These are bookshelves, huh? And then these would be benches?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
who has that many benches in a house?
Maybe you have a lot of guests.
It might also be like
when I had a house party, I have all my guests sit on the
all the tours, yeah.
Yeah, it goes
Like
like
a
all of the others.
Like a wardrobe chest, or
Like a
like
lineup,
trunk.
like a police
I'm
lineup.
imagining that those are benches because they're like everywhere in this floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just have like a Walt Disney World set up here.
All right. So, is there anything in here that looks not dusty like the other stuff in the other room, like the shelf? Anything like that kind of theme?
There is very clearly an open trap door with a ladder leading down that looks like not as dusty as the other things in here.
Okay, but there's no like stuff on the walls that don't look dusty like the bookshelf?
No, not really.
Okay. I'm gonna make my way over to where the thing is and kind of look down and see if I see any light while the others kind of do their thing.
It's completely dark.
Classic. Figured.
Are those also busts like the ones we saw before?
No.
What are
Those
stones
are
next to the bed?
actually maybe they would be busts. Yeah, we'll say they're busts. I didn't say the other one was a bust. I just said it was on a pedestal.
Could I walk over to it and look over at the two little ones and gently one finger push it off?
I'm gonna mouth as he looks at me. I'm gonna like smile. I'm gonna mouth the word "oops."
I'll do it and then say "oops."
It smashes into 100 pieces.
I'm gonna look at the other statue without saying anything.
The parent of the group is wondering why everyone here is smashing.
They're demon statues. I fucking hate them.
We're just having a smashing good time.
And Daishu's gone from Bravo to British. Smashing. Or Australian? Nigel Thornberry was
Australian. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. They were.
It's been like
Outback.
2 decades since I've thought about that.
That show is a little awkward at sometimes, but it's a decent enough show, you know.
Yeah, let's do a Where Are They Now? I want to see what Donnie's up to.
The whole story was Donnie.
He was like a feral kid they found, like super fucked up anthropologically.
Yeah. No, there's no way he's living past the age of 12.
No, there's no way he's living a normal life unless you like give him the treatment. Taking him back out into the wild is like the worst thing you could do.
Yeah, show him all these animals that he acts like.
Like, it's like, wow, we found this kid who grew up with no civilization being raised by animals. Well, let's definitely not let him have a civilization again. Let's take him back out to the wild and continue that.
That show gave me nightmares as a kid.
Classic.
It was just so creepy. Like the animals, like every episode, they had an animal like attacking kids and like being aggressive for no fucking reason.
Say SpongeBob left a lot of kids with trauma too. Those like cutaway scenes where it's like a picture of a super high definition, like you know what I mean, like the
Oh yeah.
Realistic butterfly.
That's what I'm saying. That's apparently as I'm getting older, I realize people are terrified of butterflies just from that one scene in SpongeBob.
Yep.
That's a real thing. I didn't know, and I think it's hilarious and sad, but it is what it is. Choose our fears.
As an adult, like I'm 25, and I have people around me constantly make SpongeBob references, and I realize that we never really grew up.
SpongeBob's still running too. You know, it's like it's definitely different.
No one watches the new SpongeBob.
It's still running. It's just not as good.
No one watches the new SpongeBob. We all watched it 10 years ago, and we just keep repeating the same jokes.
The early seasons were the best. Let's be honest. Anywho, DM.
Yeah.
Back to the game.
We have been so off track this entire session.
Oh, for sure. It's been a social hour session for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Recap. We're talking about SpongeBob and Smash Some Statues. I can't recall what else happened.
It's like the band, instead of smashing pumpkins, it's smashing statues.
Smashing statues. Yeah, if everyone's content looking around this room, I don't think anyone else had a chance to do anything, but besides Dermo and me smashing.
I mean, is there anything else in the room that it's notable at all? I mean, it just seems like a pretty blank room.
I mean, it's like a bedroom.
How used does the bed look? Does the bed look used, or that probably mean?
I mean, it's really, really old.
But like, it hasn't gotten any use recently, at least.
Recently, probably not. But it looks like it was used a lot in the past.
Could I lay the sheep on the bed?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get them comfy with the pillows.
Let me go find it again.
Yep, I'm gonna get them all comfy on the bed and you know, like get the pillows all, you know, give them some neck support.
Look your homies in before night.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't want to take the damn sheep down this creepy ass ladder. That sounds like a recipe for veal. Or wait, what do you
wool?
get it?
Were we trying to get some wool? We were trying to get some wool.
Yeah, this isn't Minecraft, dude.
Someone got a pocket full of wool we were gonna try. Remember?
I already ate mine, I think.
I only have a pocket full of sunshine, so I can't help you.
Yeah, you might want to do some sriracha on it to give it a little flavor.
Can you actually check and see if you have a love that is all mine as well?
Oh my god.
Guys, can you just take me away?
Oh my god.
Alright, let's make a great escape away from this.
Alright.
Time to go down the ladder to the secret place.
Yeah.
Yes. Secret place.
Wait.
I will begin to head down
after I tuck the homie in goodnight. Can I look under the bed and see if there's anything under the bed?
No monsters.
That's a fair concern. We've been fighting monsters all night, so
true.
Reasonable.
No monsters.
Before you start,
nothing under the bed, like no secret trapdoors or anything either.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay, I'm gonna give the sheep one more pet and then follow the boys.
Yeah, before I go down, what, Daishu?
So, can you see down there?
I'm gonna shake my head no, and I'm just gonna keep heading down as you see my head disappear into the dark.
Could I produce flame for them, like at the top? Could I produce a flame?
I have dark vision, so I would be able to see, but not probably all the way to the bottom, depending on how tall the slider is.
Yeah,
I'll produce flame
it's
over
60
it just
feet,
for
right?
Yes. How deep down is the ladder?
It's not 60 feet.
Okay, I'll nod then. I
like
can see.
maybe 20, probably more like 15.
Yeah, I'll nod. I'll say I can.
It looks like it leads to like a you can see like a dirt floor. Your like angle of vision's not that wide though, so maybe it's some kind of cellar or something.
Buyers and sellers.
It looks like a storage room of some kind, brother. And I'll keep heading down the stairs.
Is there like
we're about out of time for today.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a perfect place right before we go into creepy hole.
Yeah, exactly.
As my head disappears into what looks like a void.
Yeah, so let's wrap up for today. Then.
Before we wrap up, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Raid Shadow Legends.
Yes.
Thank you for sponsoring this podcast.
Can I say something I didn't like about a player of this game? Because that was it for me.
Will my weight as this character be an issue at any point? Like wooden things, will they have break depending on weight or no?
Honestly, people that are wearing heavy armor will probably weigh more than you. So
wasn't that
probably
heavy?
not.
It's
Well,
like,
actually, I don't know how heavy armor is.
I mean, so I would weigh as much as 2 people, so probably like 500 pounds.
Mostly for like fairness reasons, it's usually not really gonna be like a big deal. It's probably gonna be more flavor things that will come up.
Okay, I'm just making sure because we're about to go down a wooden ladder, and that's the last thing I need is to break it.
Now, if you were a Tsar, who are like hundreds and hundreds of pounds, and it's like...
Are you saying if I rule Russia that I can't go down ladders?
And I clearly wrote their weight to be like a possible disadvantage, then maybe that would come up more often, but...
That's such a bad joke. I'm glad we just glossed over it. All right. I don't have my notepad, so I didn't write anything down. But I'll start.
Oh, by the way, there should be a group notes document in your journal entries tab that all of you can edit if you want to.
Just in case I accidentally screwed up my what's it called? How do you add? Oh, here we go. Okay.
Yeah, you guys can all open that and write whatever you want in there.
I considered that, but my notes for this campaign are already almost 6 pages long.
Oh my god! Wait, can I see that? I'm curious how you wrote 6 pages of stuff.
Yeah, let me make sure it's.
I mean, yeah, I can imagine that you wrote 6 pages of stuff. I'm just like, oh, I would never write that many notes. I'd just attempt to remember stuff. When I write notes for campaigns, it's like 4 bullet points or whatever per session. It's just like, we did this, and then I leave the fine details for my smooth brain to remember.
Wrinkle since 90, baby. Not a wrinkle on this brain. It's beautiful, and smooth, free, and flourishing.
All right, I'm ready for my 3 things.
Let's
I can
do
go
our
tuck my daughter
favorites.
in. Yeah, because it's getting to bedtime.
Let's go.
Okay. Favorite thing the DM did was not tell us the door was locked until after we all got ready, and it made
that was mine.
Nobody asked.
I know. It's just I love that you just sat there and let us do that until you.
What was I supposed to do?
Totally what happens too.
It's just the funniest thing. I laughed so much that my daughter came in worried. Favorite thing that another player did. We all did pretty cool stuff. I don't know. I love any time he uses a battering ram to break something, and it's causing a little mischief. It kind of reminds me of like a little, like what I imagine like an imp would do, just laughing as he like makes little like annoyances, but not like actual damage. I like that. And then favorite thing I did was take care of this little baby sheep, and I'm gonna keep it alive at all costs.
He's running on 1 HP.
If this sheep dies, my character is re-rolling.
He's killing everyone and himself.
Yeah,
get your
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Every
get
Dahmer
your
moment.
D6s
I've
ready.
only had Bab for 2 minutes, but if anything happens to him, I'm gonna kill all of you and then myself.
Yes, exactly. No, I once we take a long rest, I'm healing word this sheep with all 3 of my spell slots.
It's coming right at you with no spell slots in the next long rest. Classic.
All right, that is my turn.
All right. My 3 things. My favorite thing that another player did was I had wrote down Dermo taking care of the sheep, but specifically the checking the sheep to see if it was a vampire. I thought that was great.
Yeah, well, I don't know. What if vampire sheets? Have you ever seen the little vampire?
I have not.
Oh, dude, there's literally like vampire cows and stuff.
All right. Okay.
I really
But,
did that.
I never would have thought of that. That was genius. Favorite thing the GM did was kind of more generally how the world reacts to us. It wasn't just a zombie standing in particularly an example from this session. The zombie wasn't just standing in the closet waiting for us to. I mean, it was, but like it actually was ready for us because we were making noises and stuff like that.
And it wasn't gonna open the door, like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate those kind of touches. My favorite thing that I did was let's go Nazi Germany and burn this book.
Yep. Little 1984 action.
Yeah. So those are mine.
All right. Well, most of you stole mine. I actually wrote my notes in the chat, so I'll just hit enter.
Oh.
These are my notes I had for my favorite things, and I definitely have to say, Daishu wanting to burn the book and being mischievous about it. That was pretty cool. But on the note of the zombie thing, what I also really like about that too is what's it called? I like how the zombie wasn't played smart. I thought that was really cool. Where like it would just aimlessly rush us down and just try to melee the closest person, and like it felt organically played, which sounds simple, but I really like that small detail of just how it acted in combat. And then myself, I like just rushing into every room as the tank wizard. That fills me with pride. And yeah, fuck.
What gives you feelings of power?
Tank wizard.
Tank wizard.
I'll go next. Something I like that I did. I liked how I described the bats in that little closet room. So I added that as like sort of like optional encounter. So if you had like gotten them angry, that would would have been an encounter with a swarm of bats. But the way that I saw it, you managed to kind of combination of not really make them angry and then just kind of run away fast enough for them to not really attack you. But I liked describing kind of how the bats react to your presence in the different ways that you were in that little room. Something that one of you guys did. I like how Dermo has taken after this sheep. It's very kind and warm-hearted.
Would you say it's even druidic?
Very druidic, yes. And it's a nice side of Dermo that I'm sure we'll see more of throughout the campaign.
Yep, you will definitely see more of that. I can assure you of that.
And something that you guys did together, some pretty good teamwork with taking out the zombie, even though it was not really that big of a threat for you guys. But you really planned with that little encounter. Maybe you guys are thinking it would be something a little bit more threatening, but it was good.
Yeah, is it intentional that combat's a little easy, or is it just since we have 4 people attacking things at once, it's kind of hard to?
Starting the campaign. We're getting our toes wet.
Yeah, I mean these are definitely tuned to not be super threatening, but there's also like I'll give you guys encounters that like aren't particularly threatening as part of a dungeon crawl like this one.
Yeah,
like, they're not all gonna be like a big threat.
No, I'm mainly asking just for the Count Draynor thing, because
the idea.
So the thing of
your party's resources a little bit. By the time they get to the boss, we went through the back door, and that was the first thing we fought. We were fresh and ready to go.
Exactly. So see, imagine if you fought the chairs and the zombie, and then there could be even more encounters also later in other parts of the manor, and then if you went and fought Count Draynor, it could have been significantly more difficult. That's what I was more likely expecting to happen. But yeah, like he said, you guys went in through the back door and basically beelined it to the boss, kind of on accident.
we're like the World of Warcraft speedrunners.
See, but the balance of that is then if there are more encounters later, those will be harder because you used more resources on the boss.
No, absolutely no criticism. I'm asking more so for my own personal knowledge.
It's with D&D, it's a balance of resource management over multiple encounters usually.
So what you're saying is if I spend all 3 of my healing words on this baby sheep, I will not live to regret it.
Maybe.
You will not live, yeah.
I can't.
That's a true part.
You will not live, yes. Just cut it off there.
You did say it right. You just kept talking when you should have stopped. Yeah, you will not live if you have no spells to heal. That's how it goes. The sheep might, though, which will be great. He can go back to Draynor and tell our story.
Could you imagine the sheep returns and we do not?
I can't imagine that because I'd be dead. And then
you can imagine it now before you die.
Seeing a sheep showing up to Draynor likely not happening at all, and then we'd pick up the quest where we left it and have to see our dead bodies and figure out what happened. That's probably how that would go.
Yeah, we still have to find Mr. Ernesto.
Yeah. No sign of Ernest yet. Well, there was one sign of him. You just haven't actually found him.
We found his letter, yeah. Something's going on with the dockyard, apparently, and doors and keys and what have you.
Oh, let me copy the message that he wrote so I have a text version. Did everybody go yet?
I didn't go. So it's something you did, something group did, something DM, right?
Something you did, something another player did, something the GM did.
Yeah, that.
All right, so for the DM, I definitely liked that he was definitely like working with us with the doors and stuff, going through and exploring. He was able to like, I think, he go back and forth, let Dermo do his thing, let me do my thing, let Zephylos do a thing or two, and then watch Daishu follow. I think that that's a good thing to like, not splitting the party, but when a party splits up in a room, letting them bounce between different things, kind of letting those things go actively tandem with each other. As you come through the doorway, you hear the smash of a statue. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on that.
Kind of tying in the world to the people that may have missed something from a metagame standpoint. I liked that. I like the whole sheep thing, but everyone said that tonight. And I mean, I classic, man. I just like the sound effects on the spells and stuff, and the reflavors and all that Zephylos does. I think it's just great every time. I think it's awesome. Something I did, I think, was again, I like bashing doors, man. I like heroic vandalism is what I call it.
We are each gonna have our like one thing. You're gonna be the door smasher. I'm gonna be like the animal handler.
I mean, if I gotta be something, I'll be the door picker, Be the lockpick. I'm the master lockpicker. Oh, I guess if I'm naming something someone did from outside of the game was Danny talking about how I'm not a shield master because I'm not proficient or an expertise in shield, and then I rolled a nat 20 with the shield bash. I thought that was great. That was part of the game.
That was good comeuppance.
And Dice tell the story. That's the beautiful thing about D&D. The best laid plans could get destroyed by a nat 1, or be the silliest things would be successful with a D20. So I just love that, and the Dice tell the story in that regards. Just poetic justice right there. Oh, I'm not a shield master. Nat 20. Great. But I thought that was.
If
fun,
that keeps happening and you become like the ultimate shield and door breaker.
In another campaign I was in, we were at sea for like a month or two, and none of us really two of us were from a pirate background, so they had sailor experience, but the rest of us were just deckhands trying to help out for those who knew their way around the ship. And our DM kept doing like, hey, roll a d20 to see how successful you were in like following the directions you were given for tying up the sail or whatever. And I was rolling super high the whole time. And my party was like, you sure you've never been around a boat before? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's a natural. And like after like a month or so on the sea, I became proficient as a sailor. No one else did because the DM was so tired of me just like, yeah, roll it. It's like adds a 19 plus mod. He's like, all right, yeah, you're just a good sailor, I guess. It's just in your blood. Like, all right, well, I do come from a port city.
Yeah, maybe your dad was a sailor.
Yeah, like I come from a port city, but I never went on a boat, so I guess maybe it's in my blood. But I just love that kind of stuff, like the DM just kind of, it's futile to argue this sailor thing.
The issue. The DM just having to be like, okay.
It's like, all right, you two and Gus, you guys are proficient. You guys are sailors now. All right, cool.
Alrighty, I gotta get going.
All right, thank you for the game.
See you guys
why don't you get going?
Yeah, see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thanks for being.
Hey guys, you want to hear a fun story while he leaves?